Good evening, everyone. My name is Craig, and welcome to tonight's episode of Guildgates and Goblins, and the 6th episode of our Curse of Strahd campaign. For announcements tonight, the only one is Alias's last session, sadly. She'll be leaving us after tonight. Some are a little more sad about it than others. I can probably tell. But yeah, that's it. Any thoughts you wish to share with us at the moment, Alias, or should we save any goodbyes and final words till the end?
All right, we'll do it at the end.
We'll do it at the end, okay.
Yeah.
We don't want to start...
I might get emotional, and if I drink more, then we'll get emotional, and it's great.
All right, okay. That'll be a nice way to
pull a 5-page script out.
Okay, guys, I've been waiting for a platform to say this.
I'll behave, don't worry.
Okay, so last session, after arriving at Old Bone Grinder and seeing several unsettling sights, the party encountered Granny, an old woman who was responsible for the missing children and dream pastries in Barovia. After refusing her deal, the party attacked, and she called for her daughters. They revealed themselves to be fellow witches, themselves living in Old Bone Grinder. They aggressively fought back against the party, and a fierce battle was had, during which the crones deployed magic and frequently disappeared from sight. Eventually, however, the party prevailed in bringing down 2 of the 3, including Granny herself, before the third fled into the forest. As the party explored the rest of the mill, they came across 2 young children, Freak and Myrtle, who were locked in cages, but in remarkable good health, if a bit shaken up. The party returned the children to Father Petrovich, a kindly priest at the Church of St. Andrew within the town of Valaki. Following that, the party returned to the Blue Water Inn, and there they met Irina and a local noble known as Vasily von Holtz, enjoying a flirtatious evening before settling down themselves. Whilst relaxing, the party questioned the owner of the inn, Erwin Martikov, about a nearby vineyard they had heard of and that they were keen to visit. Erwin advised that the vineyard had been in his family for generations, originally gifted to them by Strahd hundreds of years ago. He asked the party if they would investigate the vineyard, as it had been several days since they had received a delivery of wine and no word had been sent. The party agreed and planned to set off the next day before bedding down for the evening. We now join them on the following morning, with Rosalind being the first to wake up on this day. So Rosalind, you awake in your bed. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna get ready for my day, and I want to head down, hopefully before anyone else is awake.
All right, okay.
Grab all my stuff and, take have a listen through the doors and see if anyone's up yet, and then head downstairs.
Okay, if you want to listen at the doors, then sure, make up.
I'm not listening at the doors, but, just like, do I hear them as I'm passing by?
No, it seems to be a little bit early in the morning. As you step outside, you can see the barmaid seems to be sweeping up and cleaning, and she gives you a nod as she catches your eye before heading off behind the bar. But the tavern itself is empty and devoid of any customers.
Okay. There's a fireplace downstairs, right?
Yes, there's a low flame burning in it.
Low flame. All right, cool. I'm gonna go make myself comfy by the fireplace, and I want to take out that switch that we found when we first arrived. I would like to take a look at it for a bit. I'm gonna sit there ruminating, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see there's something's going on in my brain, what I'm thinking about, and after a while, I'm gonna do my best to break it. I don't know what this thing's made of. Can't remember.
Yeah, it's just a bendy shaft of wood, but with enough force you can snap it.
All right, I'm gonna snap it, and I'm gonna throw it in the fire.
And throw it in the fire, and the fire sputters a little bit before the switch catches flame and begins to turn to ash.
Yeah, and then I will. I'll just mill about and wait for the other guys to wake up.
Before the rest of the party wake up, actually, there's a gust of wind as the front door to the inn is almost not quite slammed open, but certainly thrown open with some force, and you see Isaac Strasny standing there, the battle axe strapped across his back and his bald head shining in the morning sun as he kind of looks at you sitting by the fire.
How majestic.
Before he stomps quietly up, or quite loudly actually, up to the bar, and he seems to order a wine and sips at it, scowling at the wall in front of him. But as for the rest of you, you all kind of gradually wake up as well. Is there anything you'd like to do in your rooms as you're getting ready for the day?
No, I'd be just studying my spell book, swapping some spells over.
Mm-hmm.
Swapping some large explosive spells in.
I
I
would
have
just
one
kind of.
After.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay,
go ahead.
I would just kind of be freaking out a little bit with the realization that one Rob Finley is potentially wreaking havoc back at home in my absence.
Sure.
I'd get up and look for breakfast.
I love Neurolos. He's like the oblivion guard of the party. Stop right there,
Stop.
criminal scum!
You've broken the law.
I'll take a page out of Lason's book and also just follow him to breakfast.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Mhm.
will wake up. I will take a look at the lovely dog I tried to craft last
Oh,
time.
yes,
last
yes.
night, which looks nothing like a dog.
Dad.
And I'll try to fix it up a little bit before I head downstairs.
Okay, if you want to do another carpenter's tools check for me.
Sure thing. Ooh, 22.
22. Okay. With the
Now it
left
looks like
hand
a
and
dag.
seemingly refreshed the next morning.
I'm not drunk this time, so I'm like,
You carve a very, very well-made dog. Its coat seems to be well carved, and it stands proudly before you.
looks like a raccoon now, doesn't it? And then I just walk away. Go
Okay.
ahead, go to breakfast.
Okay, so you make your way downstairs, and yeah, you all rejoin each other, and you have breakfast is served. It's oatmeal, and
Yeah.
most of you it would be bland.
My favorite.
Not for me.
Morning, everyone.
Morning.
Sleep well.
No, I haven't slept well since I got here.
Oh, well.
Well as it can be here, I guess.
Yeah.
I slept pretty good. We did a good thing yesterday.
We did.
Yeah.
We did.
I suppose yes.
I look over to Aramel and I go, yeah, by the way, we still need to stop at the church. Keep those
Yeah.
Funny enough.
Drop off the money to
Speaking
Father
of good
Petra.
things, we have to remember to do that.
Yeah, give.
I see Neurolos and I'm just like shaking his head. Rude.
But yeah, so going to see some wine folks. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We better be careful, though. It sounds like something's going on.
Yeah, and I don't particularly even think that we're gonna be, we're gonna have to be careful the whole way. From the sounds of it, the entire road itself is dangerous. I guess
Yeah.
that's kind of true for everything here, though.
I was gonna say, this whole
Yes.
place seems to be dangerous.
You guys didn't find any other stores we could buy supplies and things from, did you? It's just that
According to
general
the
store and a
general store- Yes, according to him, at the general
Toy
store,
shop.
there's nothing else.
We'll probably
I
have
think
to
you
look for
laughed
some
in our
traveling
face.
people to sell stuff.
yeah.
The Vastani might have things.
Well,
Sure.
we could ask them, yeah.
That's true. We actually forgot to really talk to him about that. We were a bit busy with the cards and fortunes.
Well, I would say, now that you mention it, none of you have seen a Vistani in the town of Valaki at all since you arrived.
Huh.
Bear that in mind.
By the way, something I should mention just to the party at whole. We're probably going to be fighting more things, I think it's fair to say. Well, I've been studying my spellbook a little bit, and we might be fighting in more open terrain. I can do some pretty dangerous things there, but I'm a master of the arcane, so my spells won't hurt you.
Master.
So
Hey.
don't stand next to you?
No,
or
my
away
spells won't hurt you, even if they look like they will. Don't worry about them,
Okay.
alright?
from-
I put a
Sure.
lightning bolt through Loci once. It was great. Didn't leave a mark.
Were you okay, though? Like, surely that must tingle at least.
I didn't say anything about no tingling. I just said it wouldn't
I
hurt.
don't recommend it.
Oh, lovely.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, I would prefer not to be a conductor of lightning, considering, ding ding.
Oh, you might be helpful.
Don't worry, if it's in regard for your safety as well as it's for
Why
mine.
does everybody
Mm.
assume it's gonna be lightning as well? It might be other things. It's gonna
Oh,
be
dear.
it's gonna be lightning, but you know.
I look forward to
But yeah,
seeing
don't worry about it. Basically, it won't hurt you. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but you can walk through my spells. You'll be all right.
that. We got used to Steve, so it's okay.
Oh, invisible. Yeah, Steve's great. He's fine.
Top tier dude. All right. You guys wanted to go past the church, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
if we could
Yes.
stop there beforehand, please.
All right, let's go get that done quickly.
As you guys stand up to leave, all of a sudden Isaac stands almost ominously alongside your table and looks at all of you.
I want to look up at him. Hello, Isaac.
Can we help you?
Hello.
Morning, all of you.
How are you?
Fine. Listen,
Good.
the Baron has extended an invitation to you. It's nothing urgent, but when you have the time, he says he'd love to have you around for a cup of tea.
Sure. We would love to have a cup of tea when we're back.
Where are you off to?
Oh, we're just scouting out the local area. Getting our bearings.
He doesn't seem to care, and he just stomps off.
I mean, don't ask a question if you're not gonna listen. Jeez.
He has a way with words, doesn't he?
Hmm.
He makes me look like a peach.
Or a poet. You never know.
I don't know. I think Peaches are fuzzier than that head of his. Jeez.
Roasted.
Roasted.
All right, shall we get going then?
Yeah, let's go. Everyone got their stuff.
I do.
Yeah, I think I got it all.
Okay. So you guys head out onto the street. So you're making your way towards the Church of St. Andrel, is it?
Yes, please.
Okay. So you guys traipse along the streets and pass. It's still early in the morning, but you see a few people up and about, going to whatever jobs they might have in town, until eventually you arrive on the western side of town by the church. And you can see Milivoj in the cemetery, seemingly digging a grave. And as you all begin to stomp up
Do we give him,
path-
Oh,
like,
wait,
the
is
nod?
that kid that I...
Yeah, it sure is.
Is that the one you scared?
See, I told you he'd be fine.
He looks
Well,
physically okay.
Does he see him?
No,
Yeah,
does
as
he see us?
he has stopped digging, and he's almost like paused in the act of digging, and is looking at all of you as you walk past.
I give him a big cheery wave.
He just
Good
like
morning.
slowly
Hey!
raises his hand, and it's like just a small little wave back to you.
He's fine.
Yeah, I'll go
What a
inside.
kid.
So you guys step aside into the familiar church. You can see Father Petrovich is sweeping up towards the back of the pews just as you enter, with two of the children, Freak and Myrtle, sitting at the pews watching him. And as you enter, he says, "Ah, the heroes, you've returned.
Yes.
How was your night? Hopefully relaxing. You've earned it after all."
Yeah.
Yes, luckily it was uneventful.
Glad to hear that. So, what can I do for you today? Not more castaways, I hope. Running out of steam.
How are the children?
They're a little quiet. I'm trying my best to be gentle with them.
They'll warm up eventually, no doubt.
We're actually here to give you this, and I'll hand him the small, very shabby pouch of coin that.
I'm gonna elbow Niralos if he does anything untoward.
Nerlos, do you do anything untoward as you see the coins being handed over?
I am literally just. I have that kind of resting face.
Okay.
That's it.
How many coins were in that? Sorry, not Justin, John.
40.
I want to say 40.
Yeah, I think
Well,
it's
also,
40.
no, I forgot to mention last time, actually, and this is a good point to mention it. All the coins that you have been given since you arrived in Barovia, they all bear the likeness of Strahd stamped into the coin.
Of course they do.
Of course they do.
Strahd bucks.
This
Excellent.
man's been around for a while.
Okay. So as you...
Strahd Jesus.
What would you like to say, Aramil?
I was gonna say, while the party's doing this, can I walk over to the kids?
Oh, damn it, I was going to do that.
Go
Well, you can
them.
come with me. I mean, you'll. I'm not trying to I'm not rolling stealth to just disappear into the kids.
All right, I'll come over
Talk
with
to
you.
small children.
Okay, so you walk over. The older boy is just kind of sitting looking up at you, and his younger sister, her legs are kind of dangling off the edge of the pew as she's swinging them back and forth, and she seems to be munching on an apple. So what would you like to do?
Okay. I will just sit down next to them, and I'll say to the kid, "So, how old are you?"
Well, I'm 7, and my sister's 5.
Have you ever seen anything like this? And I will pull out one of my daggers.
Yeah, I've seen daggers.
I'll hand it to him.
Play with this.
You give him the knife, and he kind of it's quite big in his small.
Yeah, I'll kind of hold it as well so he doesn't drop it or anything. I'll say, now you should be very careful with this. but things like this are you're gonna have to take care of yourself and your sister someday as well. This is what they gave me when it was time for me to take care of myself.
I don't want to kill anyone. And he's gonna. I will say, after giving him the dagger and saying this, he looks a bit more frightened now, whereas before he seemed a bit more relaxed.
I'll look to Lokai like help.
Hand him a 10-foot pike and teach him how to
I so while he's doing that, I actually just kind of get down to one knee, so I'm like to their level because I'm pretty tall.
Yeah.
So I get down to one knee in their level, and I search in my bag and I pull out the wooden dog I actually carved. I give it to the little girl.
Okay. As she's kind of eating the apple, she just drops the apple out of her mouth and just with both hands reaches out the dog and like brings it up to her face and looks at it, and she seems to be smiling quite brightly at it.
I thought she was going to eat it.
So did I.
I kind of like address kind of both of them in the moment, I guess, that I go, things might look scary sometimes, and you might not always feel brave, but you have each other, and sometimes you just need a little bit of courage to stay safe, but that'll help you. You don't need to hurt anybody with it, but just have it on you just in case.
Can I have a dog as well?
No.
You can share that with your sister. How's that?
No.
No.
That's all right. Be good, all right? And I kind of give him a pat on the head.
Okay.
And I get up and I kind of saunter away.
I'll follow her as well.
Okay.
As they come back, I was going to say, we're going to see some pretty weird stuff today, I'd bet, but you trying to be nice might take the top spot.
I just look at him like...
Oh, there's the sour look that I love. Much better. Thanks.
Would you like me to give you a dog too? Will that make you feel better?
I don't think that's a legitimate offer.
No, you're right.
Rude.
You'd probably blow it up anyway.
Probably. Anything's an arcane focus if you try hard enough.
All right, are we done here?
Yeah, I guess I would just say to Father Petrovich that we received this from the nobles as a reward for helping with the children. We just wanted them to have it. It would make more sense.
Well, this should certainly go a long way to seeing that they stay in good health and their care. I appreciate that very much. Thank you.
One random question, as we just learned somehow. Does Strahd own the banks? I see his visage everywhere. It's even on the money.
Well, there are no banks in Barovia. It's an old pastime. No one practices anything like that here. No money lenders. As for his face being on the coinage, well, that's been like that as long as I've been alive.
Okay. Just curious. Well, take care. We're off to the Wizard of the Wines.
Bring me back a barrel. Or at least a bottle. That would
See
be
what we
very
can
nice.
do.
Might be able to strap it on the back of Lokai.
That's what I was gonna say.
Oh, Lord.
And yeah, I'll walk in.
Okay, so yeah, you guys head back outside of the church, back on the streets of Valaki. What would you like to do now?
Head
Right.
west.
Head to the gate, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's the westernmost gate to the town of Valaki. Okay, so you guys make your way through the town towards there, and there's two guards flanking either side of the gate. And as you approach, one of them turns to address you. He's kind of a slim, skinny man with dark, unruly hair that pokes beneath his helmet and a thick, dark mustache that kind of droops down to his chin. And he says, "Hold up, who's this approaching the gates? Where he's off to?"
We're
Well,
going
heading
to
out of town
see
for a
the
few days.
wizard.
Yeah, west.
We're going to see.
We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Wines.
Hey.
The vineyard.
Yeah, we're headed to the vineyard for a couple days.
Well, be careful on the path. It's a bit dangerous. You never know what you might find out there. A couple days' journey as well. Hope you're ready for it.
Wait, do
And
we
he-
have tents and stuff?
Tents and stuff, yeah.
We probably need some supplies.
I
right?
think you guys have bedrolls. They're in like your
Yeah.
standard adventure.
Yeah.
We'll be fine. We have bedrolls. We can rough it.
Well, speak for yourself, Aramil.
Well, yeah,
Okay,
like
fine.
I've definitely had to live in the woods. You absolutely lived in the woods.
All right, well,
Gold
Look,
star.
Kai looks like she's also lived in the woods, and I mean that in a good way, not in a bad way.
He's not wrong.
I have a way to keep us alive outside the walls.
Cool.
enigmatic. I like it. All right.
Yeah, how strangely, ominously nice.
You're welcome.
I don't know. Do we
really
need any
hope
more
you-
supplies?
We're probably fine. I've got stuff in my pack, I think.
It's not like we can really get any potions or anything. So
We could actually put Godfrey inside Lokai's pack if we need shelter.
I mean, you can try.
All right.
And
Let's
I
just
walk
go.
away.
Okay, so
Let's-
yeah, the guard cranks open the large metal gate that kind of raises up, and you all pass out. And as the gate shuts behind you, he says, "Remember, you don't get back in after nightfall."
Yes, sir.
All right.
So
I was
You
always
guys
going
head
to be like, we can totally get in after nightfall if we need to.
Oh yeah, we totally could, but we
Wow.
won't tell them that.
disrespecting the local guards. Bloody hell. Eh.
We're just gonna pole vault the walls.
Look, I can just throw us over. It's fine.
I was just going to hold a rope and misty step over the wall. You all climb up.
Fair enough.
God.
Okay, so as you guys head out into the wilds, you can notice actually the thick mist that is always almost on the ground alongside the path looks to be much thicker today. It's hard to see any features deep in the woods. There's a thick bank that kind of runs along parallel to the roads as you guys head out west. And most of the path is uneventful. You can still see the large lake off to your north and the tall mountains off to the south, and then there's more off to the northwest as well. The track itself is muddy and seemingly bereft of any structures or civilization, and you guys head off. So anything you'd like to do as you journey along this path?
Man, we're really in the middle of nowhere, and that's saying something for this place.
You certainly
This
are.
whole place is in the middle of nowhere.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for danger and things because
Me
that's
too.
gonna do.
I'll be doing my usual strategic behind Lokai and also looking for danger.
Mhm.
Okay. So you want to make a perception check with advantage, seeing as someone is helping you.
Oh yay! I managed to roll a 1 and a 7, so I
Wow.
have
Good job.
12.
Okay, a 12. So you keep a fair watch out, but occasionally Godfrey behind you, he does that thing where he kind of accidentally scrapes along your heel and he causes you to stumble a few times with distraction.
God's sakes, man!
But you work slowly. It's not my fault.
You have short legs. You shouldn't be walking this fast. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I know. I'm a phenom. What can I say?
It doesn't seem like gravity affects him like it affects us.
I have a very
Nothing
low
affects
center
him.
of
Nothing
gravity.
affects him normally. Trust. Oh my God. Anyway.
Greg, is there like a general path that's kind of been trodden that we're kind of able
Yeah,
to
well,
use?
I mean, the mudded path does look kind of well trodden, in that the ground is kind of packed underneath it. It certainly looks like people walk along this, not frequently, but there's enough foot traffic to keep it well trod, I guess.
Hey, one thing that we haven't figured out. What was with the skeletal rider dude? Remember him?
Yeah, that was
Alright.
We want to
terrifying.
try. We were kind of new in town when we saw him. I feel like he's maybe not that weird considering what we've seen since.
I was gonna say this.
We should try talking to him if we see him again.
It can't hurt.
Well, it
I
could.
hope.
Well, yeah, I mean it could, but you
I
know.
mean, there's like 6 of us. We'd be fine.
I mean, to be fair, we didn't do much last time. He didn't do anything, so talking
No.
to him really probably won't do much else.
He had an opportunity to attack us and he didn't. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All right. Well, next time we see Skeletor, I'll hail him down.
good.
No, the scarecrows we've seen there.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Now those I could go without.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a creep. This whole place is creepy. It just gives me the creeps. Ugh.
Yeah, it's like someone designed it to be like horrifying or something.
Yeah, right.
That's weird.
The meta reference.
Like cursed by this Strahd guy. Oh.
Ominous thunder
Woods.
rolls in the distance.
Can you stop?
A
You're gonna
bolt of lightning.
explode.
A
Right.
raven swaps.
I was
flies
gonna
in.
say,
No, too
Godfrey-
much.
Godfrey. We see Godfrey just starting to smoke and just flame up.
Yeah.
Okay.
We keep traveling for.
Okay. So you travel for years, yeah, for about an hour or two, and as you travel along the road further ahead, you can see what looks to be a simple stone bridge crossing a gently running river. And off to the south, you can see the high mountains, which you would guess to be the source of this river, which gradually runs down and towards the lake to your north.
The water look normal?
It looks just like a regular river. Nothing
Okay. I
particularly.
wasn't sure if it was like
unusual
red
there.
or some sort of weird shit.
Let's
but-
just
It is not a river of blood.
let's just cross this perfectly normal bridge and river. It looks fine to me. No
Yeah.
other reason the DM would have stopped us on our journey.
Yeah, I stopped a party on a bridge once and I killed Locken, so you know we'll be fine.
It's true. There was also that time in my campaign where you tried to jump that bridge and fell like 50 feet.
Oh yeah, that was fun too.
Bridges have not been kind to our
They
parties.
have not.
They're always a great place to bottleneck the party, is the thing. But nonetheless, that doesn't happen here. You all cross the bridge. You all cross the bridge uneventfully. It is just a simple stone
Genuinely the first time that's ever happened with us playing D&D.
a bridge with nothing hidden underneath it or collapsing. No. Okay.
Alright,
so you
Craig,
guys-
where's the ice golem? Come on.
well, as you guys cross the bridge, you can see the road comes to an X intersection with branches to the northwest, the northeast, the southwest, and the southeast. And you can see there's also the lower half of a snapped wooden signpost thrusting upward at an angle near the eastern elbow of the intersection. And you can all make out the top half of the sign, featuring arms pointing in 4 directions, lying in the weeds nearby.
Mm.
Going
I
to try
wanna
to put
go.
it together.
Can I
I'm gonna
mage
pick
hand
it
and
up.
grab the signpost?
I mean, it'd probably be a bit too heavy, I think, for Mage Hand, right? What can it lift?
I don't think. Let me have a look. I do.
I believe it's up to
I thought it
5
was-
pounds
Yeah,
for mage hand.
it's actually up to like
Oh, I
a
thought it was
reasonable
10.
amount.
Is it?
Yeah, I
Okay.
thought it was 10 pounds.
It's 10
Oh, my
pounds.
bad.
It's,
Alright, I
it's
thought it was
10
much
pounds. yeah.
Okay, yeah. So Godfrey casting his mage hand, which again, just to remind you, does look like a skeletal hand, rather than just a kind of regular ethereal blue hand.
I'm just gently chuckling at creepy skeletal mage hand.
So you lift up the signpost, and what would you like to do with it?
I was bringing it close to myself to read it.
Okay.
I was gonna look at the party and be like, "What? Last time we walked off the path, wolves and stuff. You remember?
No, I'm
Yeah.
totally on
I
board
thought it
here.
was worthwhile."
I agree.
Okay, so as you bring the signpost closer, you can see there's 4 arrows pointing off in different directions, indicating the Wizard of Wines, Kresk, and Solenka Pass all point in one direction. Lake Baratok is another direction. Valaki and Ravenloft is one direction, and Berez is one direction.
I'll say, "All right, well, we can align this by pointing Valaki backwards." So,
Yep.
I'll do that. I'll like spin it so Valaki's pointing behind us.
Sure, yeah, no problem. So you do that, and it seems to indicate that the path to the southwest is the one to the Wizard of Wines, as well as Kresk and Solenka Pass.
Oh, there it is.
Going that way.
Okay, so you guys.
Can we fix that sign before we go?
Does anyone have any glue?
They would have mend.
I have a nail and
I have rope.
probably a hammer.
Yeah. Can I fix it? I want to
Can I
fix it.
like just
How would you like to try and fix
While
it?
they're like hammering away with glue, I'm gonna
Wait,
lead
so
up
ha-
to Nurul
so
also
has
be
the-
like,
the-
"I could totally mending that."
Well, go on, then use
Nice.
your skills.
Oh no, you didn't hear me say that.
Mr. Fancy Pants. All right, well, and I will fix it with whatever I have in my backpack.
I actually don't have mending prepared right now either. So.
Well, what do you have to fix it?
I have rope.
So you want to just try and tie some rope around it to?
Yeah, just like wind it so that it's back. I assume it just snapped off the top.
Yeah, it seems to have done that. Yeah, you kind of realign the top half of the post with the lower half.
Yeah.
And after tying some rope around it, it takes quite a large chunk of the rope to do so. It seems to hold up. You kind of give it a small nudge, and it seems to be sturdy enough.
Sweet. There you go. For people who are terrible at direction, like me. Right.
Well, I doubt very many people are going to be traveling here, but it could be helpful.
Well, you never know.
Might be helpful on our way back.
True.
all right. Let's head south. What is it? Southeast?
West.
Southwest.
Southwest. All right. The other way.
I thought you said west.
Southwest.
Oh boy.
That is a good old meme.
Okay.
Greg's gonna kill all of us.
Yeah, this is very... Now, come on now. Come
The
on.
ground opens up and engulfs them.
So you guys continue along the path for the southwest, and it just seemed like the fog off to the sides is getting a little bit heavier. In fact, in some places it begins to gather behind you and in front of you, almost obscuring the path for points in time, and it does seem to be gradually getting thicker and thicker around you.
Not again, not again, not again.
I hate this place.
Huh.
Godfrey, can you do something about this?
I mean, not really.
I could make the. Go ahead, Godfrey.
Well, I can kind of try to blow it away, but I'm not really sure how it's gonna work.
I think it'll just come back.
I think you're right, and it might attract attention to us.
Yeah, I was gonna say if we're really afraid, I could use the fog to our advantage, but I don't
I'm
know.
really afraid all the time.
I could just make our own fog so we can assert.
Oh, I can do
dominance
that too.
Or something.
we can just make a huge lots of
Yeah.
fog and hope.
No.
Hey, Strahd, you like fog? How about that?
How about some fog on your fog?
No. All right. Let's just be careful.
Okay.
As opposed to what we've been doing this entire trip.
Yes.
Okay, I'm now careful, Craig.
Okay.
I curb my reckless ways and become careful.
Everything I had planned.
I walk in a low crouch now to be careful.
Okay, so you try moving a little bit carefully.
You guys.
But the fog does seem to be getting thicker. You begin to lose sight of your surroundings. The distant mountains and the forest either side of the road are absent, and the path behind and in front of you seemingly disappears into this cloud of fog until you're just pushing blindly ahead.
All right. Stay close, everyone, so we don't get separated.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put my bow away and get out my shield and sword.
Yeah,
Sure thing?
I will have my shield out as well.
Okay.
I might as well
Okay.
take out my axe.
Sure. So as you guys kind of prepare for something, ahead of you, you all hear the sound of a yell and the clash of steel.
Ooh.
Sounds of fighting can seem to be made out from further down the path.
Well, we should probably hurry up.
Yep,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
we
start
should probably
running
go.
towards
Yep.
it.
Let's
Yep.
go.
I briskly.
I'm gonna
trust.
while I'm running, I'm going to cast mage armor on myself.
Okay. So as you approach, eventually you get close enough that you can see the silhouettes of two human figures fighting in the mist, and the sounds of their clashing steel seems to be emanating from their blades connecting. But this is a little bit of a ways off, about 20 or so feet from you.
What do they look like? Human?
They just look like human. They're human sized, but it's hard to make out
That's on
any
the fog.
features in the thick fog.
All right. Get closer then.
Yeah, let's get closer.
Okay.
Hesitantly, I do.
Okay, one moment.
Ooh, battle map.
Better
No, not
take.
battle map.
No.
So as you get closer, the figures vanish before you. However, further ahead and off to your sides, you can see more and more figures begin to appear, fighting and yelling, seemingly engaged in some form of combat. And as this continues, you can hear the shouts of command, of orders being yelled out over the din, of the heavy stamp of troops moving out of your sight, mounted soldiers on horses flying past you in the mist, but their hooves leaving no trace in the mud. It sounds and feels like you're in the middle of a battle. The cries of wounded and dying soldiers can be made out, and you flinch occasionally as you hear the twang of bowstrings and arrow shafts whiz past your ears.
Is this an illusion?
Fucking hate
Craig,
ghosts.
Is there someone close enough to be like I could just boop with a shield to see if they...
Anytime you move close to figures in the fog fighting,
Disappear.
they
Craig, I'll say,
disappear.
as I'm versed in illusion magic, would I recognize this to be an illusion pretty quickly?
The very nature that people are disappearing as you get
Yeah.
closer makes you believe that this might not be real.
I'll tug on Lokai's trouser leg and be like, it's not real. This is just an illusion.
But what
Why?
for?
Yeah, do you think it's to keep us away, or is this
Maybe, or
spirit?
something darker. I don't know.
Could this be like the ghost thing that you talked about?
I was gonna say, Craig,
Yeah,
do I
we
think these
saw
are
that
ghosts?
ghost army.
I mean, they could be ghosts. They're not going boo or woo. Or anything.
Funny.
Are they dressed in like the same
Yeah, what do they look like? Do they
garb as like
discernible?
the parade we saw earlier?
Make a perception check.
Like, are they? Can I? What do we understand? What like the yells and stuff are saying?
Yeah, they seem to be speaking common, but the things they're yelling are just sort of general shouts of battle, like move up on the flank, officers calling for reinforcements, stuff like that. Nothing coherent or anything that would give tell as to who the people fighting are.
I rolled a 17.
A 17. Okay. So the figures you can seem to match up. There seems to be two sides. One of them seems to have conical helmets and rounded shields with straight swords, whereas the other side seemingly is absent of any shields, but they have sort of layered armor and curved blades.
Did the Vistani carry curved blades?
Yeah, some of them you have seen, but they're more dramatically curved than these are. These just look like it's not, the swords are not the same, essentially.
Okay.
Weird.
However, actually, I would say, Aramil, you recognize the armor of one of the groups. It seems to trigger feeling of familiarity to you. Until as you guys have been standing in this fog for a little bit and moving through it, you seem to be leaving the sounds of battle behind. And as you push further and further through, the fog seemingly clears in front of you, and the path opens up before you. And Aramil, you notice there's a small blue patch on the ground in front of you. There's something on the ground in the middle of the road.
I will lean down and inspect this patch.
Okay. So, one moment. Aramil, as you look closely, it triggers a wash of memories for you. The object in the road is the shoulder patch of a piece of leather armor, and in the center is a coat of arms. The coat of arms is a bright blue background with an ocean at the bottom, and floating on the sea is a stylized symbol of a ship, red flags at either end, and a tall mast in the center. You immediately recognize this as the coat of arms for Baldur's Gate, and a small spatter of blood begins in one corner of the patch and trails down to a ragged tear at the edge of the scrap of leather. And now that you've seen that, the figures you saw fighting with the rounded shields and conical helmets, you recognize as they look like soldiers in the Baldur's Gate Legion.
I didn't see any faces, though, right?
No.
Do we see him picking this thing up?
Yeah.
Aramil, what is that?
It's a badge from my unit.
Your unit? They were here?
I don't think so.
Is it like one of those things where Rosalind had the thing here that was not supposed to be here? Like the switch?
The patch is as real as you or me. I don't know about as real as those people, but I mean, it's here. It's
part of our past are permeating this place somehow.
I am not a fan.
This is weird.
There's not like a unit number, or I wouldn't recognize this belonging to any specific...
it's merely the coat of arms of Baldur's Gate. And anyone who's curious about what that actually looks like, you just Google the coat of arms of Baldur's Gate and you can see it for yourself. How about
I'm going to do that right now.
Also visible in the excellent game, Baldur's Gate.
Was there a battle that you were in, Aramil?
Several. Just when I served in the Baldur's Gate military, there was several, but not anything like this. This wasn't familiar to me. This wasn't something I knew, but I recognized the armor and the swords as standard issue military garb and weaponry for Baldur's Gate, but I didn't recognize who the enemies were. I didn't recognize anyone I stood next to, and I don't even know who this patch belongs to. It's just
someone messing with you, maybe?
Yeah, I think it's just this place.
Yeah.
It's doing the same thing it did to you, Rosalind.
Yeah.
Well, we have to remember we're probably not the only people from home, so to speak, that have ever been here.
Yeah.
People in the town have said that there have been not droves, but there have been people.
Yeah, there've been others
trying to raise up, and it's
I mean, that
people from Barovia.
That might explain the patch, but that doesn't explain Rosalind's switch.
I'm curious though, like how did we get here? How did the people previously get here? Like, is there some other force working against Strahd? You know, like, hey, we need your help. What? I don't know. It's just.
I mean,
it's like we're just being messed with.
How Lokai and I arrived shouldn't have really been a possibility with what we were trying to do. So.
Because you said you were bringing.
Like someone targeted us.
You were bringing things to you, right? Not trying to go anywhere.
Well, I was trying to go places, but this wasn't really one I'd ever seen. So, you know, typically I got glances or things came through, but I've never seen this place, and the fog filled my whole office.
Jeez.
There's some rare manuscripts in there. If they're damaged, I'm gonna kill Strahd. Oh my god.
Really? That's what you're worried about right now?
Well, I'd be pretty pissed too.
I could buy like 80 Lokais with some of those books, okay?
How many Iziks is a Lokai worth? Or is it the other way around?
I don't know. Izik gives me less.
We might have to find out one day.
Yeah, maybe. I'd imagine.
Anyway.
But yeah, I think that somebody's targeting us. And look, if they know us enough to target us to this place, they've probably done their research.
Well, yeah. Considering what they left for me, they know quite a fair bit.
That makes me think it's not just coincidence. Because, you know, otherwise you could just say someone else from Baldur's ended up here, but...
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I think it's all just...
I don't think so either, but I'll keep the patch anyway. In a weird way, it's kind of one of the few things I have from.
You want it cleaned up?
Can you do that?
Yeah, I'll take it off him. I'll prestidigitation the blood off, and then I'll mending sew it onto his armor on his chest plate.
Okay, sure.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, now in the center of the armor rests the coat of arms of Baldur's Gate.
That looks really good.
Thank you, Godfrey. That's very nice of you.
That's quite all right. 5 gold pieces. No, I'm kidding.
Way to ruin a moment.
So good. Is it really Connor though? If that didn't come out at the end there,
yeah.
I know, right?
Blake's got to have his grapes, okay? He's got that money.
Should we keep moving here?
Yeah, let's keep going.
Okay. So you guys
I'm sorry. I was just going to say.
Go ahead.
Don't think that's the last weird thing we're going to see from our lives.
Probably not.
Wonder who will be next.
Well, I've seen a lot of weird shit, so hope not me.
Are we just going to see like a weird demon in the fog next? Because I'm not really up for that.
Aramel, I'm not going to rule it out, alright? Lokai's very good at smashing demons, though, don't worry.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys continue on going for another good few hours. Seemingly uneventful, just this muddy path with the forest flanking either side. And again, the fog seems to be at ease now in the forest. It doesn't seem to be doing anything more untoward. No phantom battles can be made out inside it. As you guys continue along, you see the sun's beginning to set, and you might think about making camp soon. However, as you round a bend in the road, you can see a small muddy track that heads off the main path you're on. And it seems to lead towards a ruined building.
Well, we don't have tents. What do you think about that place?
The last time we left the main path, though, we were greeted quite angrily by a bunch of
Even if
wolves.
there's a building
How
there, then
about-
somebody must have been up there. So it
How
can't
about
be.
somebody scouts it out? We can, well, I know
I
that
am not stealthy at all.
both
not me.
Mason and myself can turn perhaps two of the sneakier to invisible. Nerolos and Aramil, if you're up for it.
I'd say I'm relatively adept at moving through forest quietly, and Nerolos, you seem to know what you're doing as well. We could check it out.
Sure.
Sounds good.
Mason, if you got the reserves to cast it, you can turn them invisible.
I don't know as many spells as you, but I could probably spare one now.
Do you know that one?
I definitely do.
Jolly good. All right.
I like how they're probably looking at each other like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
Mason, do you know invisibility?
I
I'll put my
to.
hand on Aramil and I'll cast invisibility on him.
Okay. And Layson, do you do the same to Nerolos?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So you place your hands on them and they vanish from sight.
That's
I'm going to very
right.
quickly run to the loot while they do.
Try not to bang into each other.
So what would
Yeah, I
you
was thinking
like
the same
to do?
thing,
Yeah,
Justin.
Well, you guys can't see each other,
Yeah.
so don't smack into each other.
Maybe hold hands or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say just hold
All
hands.
right, fan fiction started.
Yeah,
They're already typing away.
yeah.
We will keep an eye out for them, I
The
suppose.
fanfic writers?
No, not the for you invisible idiots.
Okay.
All right.
It's Aralos confirmed.
Aralos.
That actually rolls off the tongue.
So what would
Anyway.
you like to do?
Yeah.
I'm
Let's
gonna
get
try and
close-
sneak
yeah.
forward. Yeah.
Yeah, let's check out this building.
Okay. So if you guys want to make are you wanting to move stealthily, or are you just going to rely purely on the invisibility?
Yeah, I'm gonna move stealthily.
Okay. So yeah, if you want to make a stealth check for me.
Meh.
I got a maze now.
A mad, 2 mads. Okay.
I rolled a 9. It's a 16 total.
16. Oh,
I also rolled a 16.
that's not mad.
You guys
That's,
are equally
Thanks.
silly.
Above
pretty
man.
I mean, almost half of that was from my.
Yeah.
16 and invisible. I feel like you guys will be fine.
I don't like the way you said that.
Okay, so you guys head down the muddy path for a little bit, and you can see the ruined structure at the end looks to be an old ruined church. The roof of the building is almost entirely gone. The remaining structure there is just the upper rafters, giving the almost skeletal appearance. The walls themselves are heavily crumbled in some places, and the windows are yawning gaps in the structure. The entrance is a tall archway, absence of doors, and off to the west you can see an old, overgrown graveyard, the stones long crumbled and lying in the overgrown grass.
I assume we approached the archway.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys are approaching and taking a look inside the church. Okay.
Yes.
So as you get closer to the entrance and peer inside, you get a strong smell of damp, and you can see there's pools of muddied water reflecting the remaining daylight across the stone floor of the church. Several pews are arranged facing an altar at the far end of the church, but most appear to have long rotted and collapsed into broken piles of wood. The altar at the end has a symbol carved into the front, and 2 tall statues flank it in alcoves on the back wall of the church, and a faint wind whistles through the church and carries a chill breeze throughout the building.
What is the symbol on this podium?
You'd probably have to get a little bit closer, just to get a good look at it if you wanted to step in.
I would be wandering up with them to have a look at it as well.
They're currently invisible.
They're
by themselves.
invisible and moved off by
Oh,
themselves.
shit, yeah, we're
I
not
think
there,
you
are we?
missed that on the
We're
Sorry.
hanging out
I
by
thought
ourselves.
everyone else had
Godfrey
went
jumped
up.
on his back.
I just
Godfrey's
fucking
like
run.
floating next to us the whole time. Oh, what the
Shit, I made a cast on myself. No. Oh yeah, sorry, I thought everyone else had
I
moved
would
up.
get closer.
My bad.
Okay, so you get closer, and the symbol in the center of the altar looks to be in 2 parts. One half a sun, and the other half a crescent moon.
Pokemon Sun and Moon.
The
I
other
love-
church was just a sun symbol.
Yes. Yeah, in fact, well, as you mentioned that, the sun symbol in the center of this altar does look remarkably familiar to the images you've seen on Father Donovich's and Father Petrovich's robes.
Can I look out from, because we're inside the church right now,
Yeah,
but
you
the
guys
walls
are.
are pretty bare, but can I look out into the graveyard? Does it appear pretty abandoned?
Make a perception check.
Are there
Sure.
zombos walking around?
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Howdy, Todd. Going to work? Yeah, me too.
17.
17. Sorry. Yeah, look into the graveyard. Doesn't seem to be any movement, nothing wandering around.
I kind of have no idea where Nirlos is, though, right now, right?
Not really, no.
Words.
Nirlos.
Nerelos, you hear your name being called in the church.
What?
I don't think there's anything here. I look up at the ceiling. Is there anything here on the ceiling?
No, there's not even just the beams of the rafters across the roof.
Also,
Are there
where are
any-
you?
Like doors that lead to stairs or something?
No, it's seemingly just one large room. There's no other chambers that lead off, nothing like that.
Okay.
Is there a weird basement?
No, well, not that you found yet.
I look for a weird basement.
Okay, make an investigation check for a weird basement.
Make a weird basement.
What if it's
Okay.
a perfectly homey basement?
Well, then he doesn't find it. He was specific enough.
Yeah,
So if you're successful here, Locke, then you're in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an 8. Not
An
great.
8. Okay, now looking through you kind of poke through the ruins of the church, look around for any sort of trap doors or hidden entrances. You don't find anything, but as you're kind of searching through, you do take an occasional look at the statues at the back, and it seems to depict 2 figures, a male and a female. So the statue on the left is a man, and the head and right forearm are missing, but it seems to be arranged in a pose of greeting, its arms spread wide in silent welcome. It's wearing long, layered robes with the familiar symbol of a sunburst in the middle. The statue on the right depicts a woman. Her head is covered by a hood with no face inside, just a dark recess. She is leaning on a long crook, and in the center of her robe is the symbol of a crescent moon.
I look around again. Nirlos.
What?
Do you recognize these statues?
I'm pretty sure I don't.
No, I mean, you recognize the symbol on the leftmost, the male statue is this same sun, but they don't seem to depict any figure that you're familiar with. Sorry.
No.
Yeah, I'll say, okay, maybe it's probably safe to bring everyone else then.
No longer whispering. I say, yeah, probably.
Just for good measure, though, I will. How long does this take? I think it takes a minute. Can I use my primeval awareness to see if there's any humans in this building other than me and Nirlos?
Sure. Yeah. So can you just? Primeval awareness is like the ranger thing, isn't it? Where you just essentially. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just after a minute, you cast that. There doesn't seem to be any humans, and it's within 60 feet of you. Is that correct? Yeah.
Well, in Unearthed Arcana, it's absurd, but we can just say 60
It's
feet.
up to a kilometer or something, right?
It's 5 miles, which is ridiculous. I just want to know about the building.
Okay,
it's
no.
kind of ridiculous in the
within the building. No, you don't detect any.
All right.
Like
But I know where everything in this forest is now. No, I'm just...
Strahd has been hiding behind a tree the whole time.
yeah.
Yes, I've been
Before we go
Yeah.
I am going to take a piece of a pew and just drop it to make a loud sound and see if anything happens.
Okay. So you pick up a piece of pew and drop it from a high height onto the ground, and it does clang out and echo off the sides of the church, but doesn't seem to disturb anything or
Do
draw
we
anything.
hear that?
Nirlos, did you hear that?
No, it's you. He can't
I
see.
assume that you saw something. Oh, I guess you could think it's a ghost. Yes, that was me.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's go get the others, I suppose.
Okay, yeah, we can go get the others.
Okay, so you guys go back, still invisible towards the rest of the party. Is there anything
Oh,
the four of
please
you
scare
would have
us.
liked to
Yeah, I
have
was gonna
done?
Please
say,
scare us.
please before. Oh no, you guys do your thing first.
Yeah.
Is there anything the four of you would have liked to have done whilst you were waiting for Niralos and Aramil?
I'm poking holes in the ground with my sword. I get bored easy.
Okay.
You know you're gonna dull your sword if you do that, right?
I like sharpening it. It's fine. Gives me something to do if I don't get to hit things.
Your hobby is sharpening a sword?
No,
Paladins really don't go out much. do
Paladins
they?
have really exciting lives, apparently.
I was gonna look and be like, Paladins, man.
Man, they,
because you don't understand. It doesn't mean you have to bash it.
Oh, I understand it really well. I'm just not so sure you do.
Bashing things is actually my hobby.
I like hitting things
Hobby
too.
and, say, do what you love for work. Oh, what guy does that?
Oh boy.
Anyway, I'm gonna carry on poking holes in the ground.
Okay.
Shmee.
So
they've been gone for a while.
Do you think they're dead?
I really hope not.
I
I don't
sense
think we're gonna be that lucky.
I sense my concentration. I'm like, no, they're not dead. Either that or he's an invisible corpse right now.
Well, that would be interesting. Yeah, let's
So-
hope they come back.
All of a sudden,
yeah, Niralos and Aramil, what would the two of you like to do?
all of a sudden, You just hear. Yeah, I think the church is pretty fine.
Holy shit!
Jesus.
A little warning would have been nice. Holy shit!
That's how you get an axe in the face. I don't know where you are.
I swing my crossbow wildly around. Like,
Yeah, I'm saying, whoa, look, don't point at me, all right? That's just.
I don't know where you are.
I'll
Wait, how do we
drop my
yeah, break
invisibility.
concentration.
Yeah, how do we unvisible them?
Yeah, they're no longer invisible. They are visible.
Last time I let you guys do that. Jeez.
Yeah.
Jerks.
I forgot I was invisible.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Convincing.
All right, what's in there?
Some
Some-
broken views.
Yeah, broken pews, broken statues, and that's about it. It's pretty bare bones.
That sounds fairly safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing is the statues. There's a sun statue from the church that Father Petrovich tends to, and then there's a moon lady statue that I can't remember if we've seen before.
Well,
As
I
long
don't
as
think-
it's a statue, it shouldn't do anything, right?
Didn't like
What?
reach out and grab you, did it?
No, they're pretty broken and dilapidated. It just used to be a temple of some kind for both of them. It looked like.
Seems like a good safe haven to take the night off.
Sure.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see these statues anyway. I have a
Yeah, I was hoping maybe you might understand it better than I did.
maybe. I'm
Oh,
pretty.
shit.
I read a lot about religions and stuff. I don't recognize most of the stuff here, but I give it a look.
Let's go
Okay.
take a look.
So yeah, you guys all make your way to the church, and it's just as described, a fairly ruined building. The only items of interest appear to be these statues and the altar.
I'll go and take a look at the statues.
Sure. So yeah, they're just as described. A male figure with the kind of sun on his robes, and a female figure with the crescent moon. You kind of piece together, I guess, that it probably depicts the Morning Lord, the male one, the one that Father Petrovich has mentioned several times, and praying to the Morning Lord. In fact, I think Father Donovich also mentioned the Morning Lord. And you can kind of piece together that people have throughout history have worshipped day and night,
Yeah.
stuff like that. And you get the feeling that the female statue might depict the night deity.
It's the Night Mother.
What would the night deity of our homeworld Forgotten Realms be? DM check. Let's go.
I don't know.
DM roll
I think
knowledge.
it's-
I was
I
gonna say,
think
do we
it's
make
Shar
Craig
or
roll an
Shar?
intelligence check?
I think it's Shar. Isn't that Forgotten Realm? Let me double check this. Yeah, Shar.
Something like that.
It's
Yeah.
Shar, the mistress of night. Is the Forgotten Realms deity of night.
Nice.
Ooh,
Well done, Craig.
Thank you.
nice.
Good job.
But
Craig.
it is
Good
not the
Googling.
same one here, right? Or is it?
No, it doesn't seem to. None of you see it as a familiar figure. The representation here seems much different to the representations you've seen of Shar.
Well, we can ask Father about this when we get back. See if he knows who it is. Be interesting to find out.
While people are milling about looking at statues, I'd like to begin to ritual cast Tiny Hut.
Okay.
Tiny hut.
Would you like to
Yes.
remind the party, John,
What
Tiny
is-
Hut does?
Sure. So it makes a 10-foot radius immobile dome around myself. That's stationary once cast. And spells in the area, you can't cast spells through the dome one way or the other. If more than 9 creatures enter the dome, it breaks. It's opaque from the outside, but translucent through the inside, so you can see through it one way, not the other.
Just don't install it the wrong way.
Yes. And I can make it bright inside or dark inside.
Okay.
Oh,
Does it protect you from the elements
love
as
it.
well? Doesn't it?
It's
It's
our
impenetrable
bard-
force, I think. isn't
Yeah,
it?
That's cool.
all other creatures and objects are barred from passing through it, other than the ones that began inside.
Okay, so as
so
you
once
begin
we're
to
in,
cast that,
once we're in it, we can't get out.
No, we
Or can you let us out?
you can get
other
out.
than
I
the
think.
ones that began inside the
Yeah.
dome. No one can
we're
enter.
we're okay.
Okay.
That's at least how I interpret it.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, you begin to cast that.
Sweet.
Okay. So anything the rest of you like to do? You just gonna bed down in the tiny hut.
What's the wallpaper like in the tiny hut, John?
It does say the atmosphere inside is comfortable and dry, regardless of the weather outside.
So, what does that mean? Like sunflowers?
Yes. If I could make
Translucent,
it
so
like
you
a
can see
mystical
outside.
illusion, it would look like the inside of my house.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, carpets.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you
Alright.
all bed down
Yeah.
and cramp into the 10-foot dome. It'd be
Get
a
my
bit of a tight
bed roll
squeeze.
out.
Yeah, it's not that big.
It's a nice trick. I like it.
We might still want to just keep watch just for the heck of it, not for anything
I
really
agree.
sneaking up on us, but more just I want to
We're in
know
the
if we're
middle
being
of the wild.
watched. Yeah, I mean,
That
I do
seems like
this.
sound logic.
All right, how do we want to do this then?
I'll go first. I'll just wake up the next person. I'm not very quiet, so you might all wake up when I come back in. You never know.
I'll take one of the later watches just because I can see in the dark.
All right.
yeah, I can't,
Same.
so
Okay.
I'll
All
take
right.
the
So,
sunrise watch.
okay. Sure. So you all kind of bed down and arrange your watches. And
Do you have dark vision, John?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Rosalind, if you'd like to make a perception check for me, just to keep watch.
I don't have dark vision. I rolled a. What is my perception? 17.
Okay, so you start your watch just as the sun is beginning to set, and you keep an eye out on the surrounding woods and for any sort of foul creatures, but there doesn't seem to be anything until eventually the sun sets and full darkness descends upon the lands, and the mists around the church seem to glow with an ethereal light. But seemingly nothing else happens, and you return to the
Are
party.
there like crickets or anything? Or is it just like dead
No.
quiet?
No.
No crickets. Oh.
Dead quiet is a great way to describe it.
Oof.
No, it's not.
It's depressing.
Thanks,
All
I
right.
hate it.
So I'm like hum to myself just because I don't like the dead quiet. That doesn't make me happy.
Okay.
And then I'll go and wake up whoever can see in the dark. Loci. I'll just like pick her a few
Look,
times.
if you just want to make a perception check for me.
Fine, I'll wake up. I rolled a 12.
12?
Mm.
Okay. Yeah, your watch seemingly is uneventful.
Seemingly.
Seemingly. I don't like the way you said that.
All right, who else am I supposed to wake up now? Who volunteered?
Layson, I think.
Layson?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, listen.
I go over and I nudge him.
Cool.
Go, hey,
I keep
it's
my
your
watch.
turn.
All right. Spell's ending soon anyway.
How long
Okay.
does the spell last?
It does last 8 hours.
Layson, if you want to make a perception check for me.
Oh, good. I rolled a 9.
Okay. So you keep a watch out, seemingly uneventfully, until towards the end you hear almost the faint sound of children's laughter. But whether there is something in the woods or whether it's something in your mind playing tricks on you, you're not sure.
I like shake my head a little.
What was this weird yelling?
know.
It's in the woods.
It's in the woods.
Who's it even
It's-
coming from?
Thematic.
I think it's John.
Just atmospheric. It's Craig playing buttons. Like,
I've got my yells.
Yeah.
My timed yells.
John, have you got like the golf bros downstairs or something?
Probably.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, John's neighbors are like big golf fanatics.
Yeah.
Oh, Okay, so that's probably what we're doing. So.
They all wear
Apologies.
matching sweaters and scream at each other watching golf.
They drink more than I did in university, which is saying something.
Okay, so yeah, your watch seemingly passes mostly uneventfully. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Layson? Or are you just gonna wake up?
No, it's is it like
There's probably just one more watch left
Sure.
until daylight.
I'll wake up Aramil. Your turn.
Sounds good.
Okay, perception check from you, Aramil, just to finish us off.
7.
7.
Go worse than
Yeah.
that.
Wait a minute.
I have
a
Aren't you
plus
proficient
5.
in perception?
I'm a +5. I rolled a 2.
Okay. So you try and keep a watch out, but you feel distracted or just uninterested in what's going on, and your mind
Distracted from
wanders.
his battle
I was
thing.
gonna say I just kind of looked down at my patch with fond memories.
Yeah. But yeah, apart from that, you don't spot anything when you return to the party. And before they wake up and gather together the next morning, why don't we go ahead and take our break here?
All right. We'll be back in a moment.
Hi everyone, and we're back. So we just left the party there as they bedded down for the evening in the creepy ruined church off the side of the road. And now we join them waking up the next morning with John's tiny hut fading, exposing everyone once again to the elements.
Not the first time I've woken up in John's tiny hut.
That's like the kind of conversation we'd have on break.
Oh.
Yes. Did everyone sleep all right?
Yes, thank you. That was
Nice
much
fight.
more pleasant than being underneath.
What a
Stop.
ridiculous spell. Never seen this before.
I'm surprised you don't know about it.
How much training did you have to do to learn to cast that? Because that seems pretty good for me in the future if I ever get out of this damn place.
Surprisingly, I just kind of picked it up recently before I got here. It definitely comes in handy, especially when you're on the road a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen that spell before in one of the books, but I thought someone wrote it as a joke. But, yeah, somebody actually cast it. There you go.
I'm only slightly magical in certain scenarios. There isn't a whole lot that I can do. I can play with the mind and illusions, but there's not a whole lot of what did you say? Shocky lightning that I can do. Not yet, anyway. I'm working on it.
I'll teach you how to do it one day.
Godfrey, I might ask you for your spellbook there for just a little bit after a while.
Well, you probably can't read most of it, but you're welcome to it.
I'll figure it out. Should we get going then?
All right, Lovebird, shall we get going?
Yeah.
Hey, Craig, I actually want to look up. Are there any animals around as this is like all going down, or is it still everything? Everything here just still
400 pigeons in here with us.
No, it's
because
seemingly
it's
not.
a tiny
no.
hut.
No, there doesn't seem to be any ravens on the rafters or small woodland creatures, anything like that around.
Have we seen any woodland creatures at all other than wolves and crows?
Nope.
No.
Fuck, that's weird.
We saw a guy in a donkey hat, if that counts.
I mean,
Yeah, so they must have
Wasn't an
donkeys
actual
here.
donkey though.
well, remember in the town they were eating friggin' wolves as meat. Like, there's nowhere where we come from where people eat wolves as meat. So you gotta be pretty desperate for animals if you're eating wolves.
Or you gotta
Yeah.
have a big surplus of wolves.
Well, I have been up in the north, and plenty of people up there. You know, they use what they can.
I'm from the north, and that's a stereotype.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm also from the north, and that's an unfair stereotype. Yeah, come on, man.
How far in the north?
You know, north.
Are we from the same norths, though? Because I don't know.
One was an
I can't
England
remember
joke,
if in the
but
first
Look,
episode if we
I'm-
actually
Look,
recognized it.
I'm generally from the north of Baldur's Gate. Where that is
I live more north than Baldur's Gate.
Well, we all live here now, so
Good
yeah.
we should
Didn't know
probably
this was
try
a
to,
north contest.
point.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
the most north.
It's not too late to join in, Lace. And you want to get in on this north section?
I live in the west.
I have a terrible sense of
Ooh,
geography.
wild card. I like it.
Oh my god.
I don't even think the name of the town is on the map.
I'll join you guys when you're ready. And I start walking off.
I'll go with it.
So you guys head out along the path, the muddy trail that kind of heads off further west. Is there anything you guys like to do, or just we just
Same
fast
shit.
travel? Yeah. Okay. So keep an eye out, blah blah blah, until you eventually see a weather-worn signpost next to the road ahead of you. Seems to be 3 arms that point off to various branches along the road, including the one you just came from.
Let us advance
Okay.
Read it.
and read the sign.
Okay, so looking at the signpost, there's an arm pointing north that reads Krezk, and that's spelled Krezk. And through the woods, you can see an arching stone bridge spanning the river along that path. The arm pointing east, the way you just came, reads Valaki, and that road slopes gradually upwards as you just come downwards. And then there's an arm pointing southwest that reads The Wizard of Wines, and that road slopes gently downwards in that direction.
Well,
Guess we're going that way.
I guess you're right.
Yep.
This must be a pretty important place. It's on all the road signs we've seen.
I don't think it has much competition.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Okay.
Let us walk forward.
So, after about half a mile or so, The road changes into quite a muddy trail that meanders through the woods a bit more than just heading straight. Descends gradually until the trees part, revealing a mist-shrouded meadow. You can see further ahead the trail splits, and one branch heads further west into the valley, and another leads south into the woods. And there's a wooden signpost here that points west and reads Vineyard.
What does the south one or whatever say?
There's no sign for the road to the south.
Just says Vineyard.
Yeah, it's just to the west that reads Vineyard.
I guess we're going west.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Wait a second.
Mm-hmm.
Just to make sure, all of the previous signs have specifically said the Wizard of Wine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
Why does this one say vineyard? Is what you're saying?
Well, if there's a vineyard, then there should be there
Right.
should be the winery.
I'm
It's a
just
little weird,
very
but-
Well, Craig, can you read what the sign says in all its directions again? Says
Well, that's a
Vineyard?
different signpost. This one just reads. There's only one on the sign that reads Vineyard, and it points to the west.
And
I mean-
is west the only path?
No, there's also a path to the south, but it is unmarked. As in, there's no post on the sign that indicates what is in that direction.
I mean, you might as well go the marked way first, and then worst case scenario, you come back.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're right.
Start walking that way.
Okay.
Mhm.
So as you guys walk along the western route, a light drizzle begins to fall. Unpainted fences blindly follow the trail, which skirts north of a sprawling vineyard as you come over a mound of the earth, and you can see towards a stately building off towards the south. The fog around you takes on ghostly forms that swirls between neatly tended rows of grapevines, and here and there you see rope-handled half-barrels used for what you can guess to be hauling grapes. And north of the trail is a large stand of trees. And a man wearing a dark cloak and cowl stands at the edge of the trees, hunched over, but beckoning towards you with his hand.
It's not ominous at all.
Yeah, well,
Well, I mean, only one direction to go, right? Towards the spooky guy.
let's go say hi.
Okay. So you guys approach the figure. So as you approach, he kind of heads off and back into the forest, and as you guys follow, you can see within the woods there are several more cloaked and hooded figures stepping out of the forest behind the tall trees. They're all human of various ages, and you can make out 9 in total. So one of them is a baby cradled in a woman's arms, and 2 appear to be young boys, not yet in their teenage years. They all seem to have the same jet black hair, bar one, the one who beckoned you, and they all stare at you with either a look of fear or suspicion. The one who beckoned you with the faded grey hair is quite stooped over, and his cloak is much more patchwork than the others, and several shining pieces of silvery metal appear to be sewn into it, as well as several raven feathers across the shoulders, and he leans on a simple wooden cane. And as you approach, he says, "Now, just who the bloody hell are you lot? Just waltzing up to my vineyard, clear as day? You don't look like Vistani. Who are you?"
We're not. Craig, the son's name is Franz, right? Or no?
Erwin is the
Erwin. Ah, yeah,
main
right.
owner.
Erwin and Danica.
Erwin. There we go. Sorry, reading the wrong name. Erwin sent us from Valaki.
Erwin?
Yeah.
Oh, that layabout. Well, you're here now. If you've come for wine, you're out of luck. We're beset on all sides by those blasted druids.
Druids?
Druids,
Aye.
you say?
Well, that's why we're here.
They worship Strahd, the bloody dafties, if you can believe it.
He doesn't
What
seem the
kind-
most aligned with druidic values.
I completely agree.
I don't understand their lore, but it's the only explanation I can guess. But they've attacked our vineyard. Or my vineyard.
I'm assuming they're the reason why the shipments haven't been going through.
Aye, we've been forced out. They're inside, the buggers.
Inside your winery.
Where else?
Yeah.
Cheeky.
Well, I mean, that is why we're here. We're here to help out, and get your shipments flowing again.
Just what's in it for you?
Well,
Is it so difficult to do a good deed?
Well, I appreciate the help. I don't find people who do that in Barovia. It's going to help us. Your own. What are you after, eh?
We
Well-
may or may not be from Barovia, so
yeah, I mean, we heard about something here that might help us out, so we're gonna have
Aye.
a look for that too while we're here, but the side effect will be you getting your vineyard back.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wins.
He kind of strokes his long white beard and he says, What is it you're after? You're looking for something? Where'd you hear about it? What is it?
Honestly, we don't really know what it is, but I think I'll know it when I see it. I'm pretty good at identifying that kind of stuff.
Well, you'll know to help yourself to my treasure.
Listen, we're not gonna take your treasure unless it's the one. Well, it'll only be one thing, I think, that'll help us out. So we're gonna look for that. We're not gonna steal your money or, your gems or something. We don't really care about that.
All right. I think I have an inkling of what you're after. But if you help me clear this out, we'll talk about it, okay? But it doesn't mean I'm giving it to you.
Well, what do you think it is?
No bloody telling you that.
Listen here,
All
pal.
right, all right.
Look, I've worked at an academy for quite a while. If you think that you're the oldest and grumpiest person I deal with on a daily basis, you're wrong. So, you might as well just talk nicely. What do you think it is that we're looking for?
I give him a dirty look while he's saying that.
Make a... well, if you're doing it dirty, you can make an intimidation check if you'd like.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And you can have
alright.
advantage as well, seeing as low eyes.
Since I have the looming shadow. The first one's a
Yeah.
14, the second one is a 16. 16.
He says, No, I'm not giving him my secrets just yet. But as I said, clear out the vineyard for us. And then we'll
Yep.
talk.
Alright.
We're gonna clear the vineyard, but
got
what can you
any-
tell us about the vineyard?
Yeah, that.
Well, we grow grapes, we press the grapes into wine.
No, like the physical layout of the building.
Layout, like where are they in the building?
Yeah.
They're all in it. I don't know. We lagged it.
Fine,
And
fine.
is everyone here? There's no one else.
All right, there's no one trapped inside at least.
Okay.
And these druids, are they... I mean, obviously they've forced you out, so they're not exactly pacifists, but are they dangerous? They got magic?
Aye.
They got...
Aye, they got magic. Aye, they got magic.
Some druids where I'm from, sometimes they like to take the shape of animals. You seen these ones doing that?
No.
Well, that's a good sign. See, it could be worse.
Aye, well, they have an army with them. Fiendish, wee
Define
blight.
army.
What now? A what?
Twigmen or some such.
Oh,
They're
fuck
all
those.
around the vineyard. You can't see them though. They're hiding.
How many are we talking here?
Greg, would I be familiar with what Twigmen meant with kind of my more druidic background?
Yeah, I would say so. You would have a good idea that he's probably
I'd
talking
assume-
about twig blights.
I'd also know they mean twig blights.
Yeah, they're a pretty common creature. Twig blights.
How many druids are we
Twig
talking here?
I don't know. Half a dozen, maybe.
Oh, that's fine.
Well, druids can mean a lot of different things. I've seen druids, rip holes in the ground and flood entire rivers, and I've seen druids that shape roses. So I think we're just going to have to see these for ourselves to really know what we're dealing with.
One more thing. Do you know what they might want from your vineyard?
I might have an idea. Aye. It's
Is it
long.
what we're after?
Treasure.
It's not what you.
I think it's what we're after.
No. They've long coveted it.
What is it?
Not telling you.
Is it one of the
We
gems in
need
the
to
ground?
know if we're going in there to try to clear out your vineyard.
As Godfrey said, is it one of the gems in the ground? He kind of shoves past and gets right up in your face, Godfrey, and says, "Who the bloody hell told you about those?"
If
Was it Erwin?
if he gets up in Godfrey's face, I walk right up to him and I get right into his face.
Still, he doesn't bother the stooped old man. I'll just remind you, he's an old man.
I'll say-
Look, guy, play nice.
I'll say
Crack
something.
him in half.
Well,
Play nice.
I think it was your boy who told us about them.
That bloody dafty! Wasn't enough for him to lose one of them in the first place.
Lose them?
Listen, you gotta realize we're not really interested in a lot of the stakes that you guys are. We're after something bigger, so I wouldn't worry too much about him telling us.
We're
Right,
not
well,
going to tell anyone else.
Keep it to yourselves, aye. Keep it to yourselves. Anyway, just one word of advice. I recommend a subtle approach. Those wee blight bastards, they patrol around the vineyard. There's hundreds of them. If you get spotted, leg it inside. Don't lead them to me and my family.
All right.
I do have
You have
one
our word?
more question for you. Do you believe that these druids could be persuaded to leave?
No.
So you're saying we should use force?
Aye, kill them. Kill them all. Kill them dead.
Duly noted.
Scottish diplomacy. All right.
All right, well, let's go hit some twigs.
All right. Oh,
Yep.
No, we want
no,
to
never
avoid
mind.
the twigs.
We don't want to fight the twigs?
No, there's hundreds of twigs.
Okay.
I can also make it so that we're going to be a lot harder for those twigs to see. I've dealt with these things before.
Yeah,
That
we
would
might want to
help.
try to make our
Are you
way
saying that we could
quietly.
pass without a trace?
Without a single trace, Godfrey, my man.
My goodness, you are talented.
All right.
Oh, God.
So I'm assuming we're gonna start to walk towards the vineyard.
Yes.
Okay. You're just
Well,
gonna
I
walk.
want to
do
actually
you want
take,
to-
I don't want to, I put a hand on, okay, whoa, let's,
I'm not
let's-
like booking it.
okay, yeah, let's, Craig, can I like get a good look of how the twigs are actually patrolling this place?
Well, you can't see.
We're
them.
not
There's-
close enough to them yet.
No, well, no, you are. You can see the building, but you don't see anything moving around. Nothing at all.
Are there windows?
Let me check. There are several, but yes, the building has windows. It has doors. Hold on, let me just bring up the description.
Probably can't see anything from here.
When I was, okay, no, you first, Craig, sorry.
Situated in the midst of the vineyard is the winery, and it is an old 2-story stone building with multiple entrances that you can see, and thick ivy covering every wall, and an iron fencing along its roofline. The trail leading up to it ends at an open loading dock on the ground floor. There's a wooden stable of more recent construction attached to the east side of the winery next to the loading dock, and west of the winery is a crumbling well and a wooden outhouse. And as well as that, you can see what looks to be an open pavilion where there's large barrels with ladders leading up to them, where it looks like they might press the grapes into juice. As well as that, there's a front door off to the left of that. There's a large double door behind those upstanding barrels. And then you can also make out another door on what would be the western side of the structure, just opposite the outhouse.
So, what I was thinking is, what if Nirlos and I get maybe a little bit closer to get a better look at the tree blights? We come back, and then we all just make our way in once we know kind of how to get past them.
Well, actually, let me just, Animal, you would know, tree blights are almost near impossible to spot when they are
okay.
hidden. They can make themselves look like small little bushes, which are near indistinguishable. And in a vineyard with lots of shrubbery around, it would be very, very, very hard to get a read on where each individual one is.
Scratch that. I just remembered
All that.
twig blights are really hard to see. So maybe
So
we
it
just
looks like
assume that they're right in front of us and just try and walk past them as best we can sneakily.
Burn
About
the vineyard
how
down,
far
okay.
away are we from the vineyard?
And you guys are probably about 150, 200 feet away or so.
Oh, that's it, you say?
I'm assuming we're gonna have to try to like sneak our way up, and once they see us, we're gonna have to leg it, like you said.
Yeah, I think
But,
so.
but I can't see anyone in the windows.
No.
Because
Hans brings a flamethrower.
I'm
you don't want to burn the whole vineyard down.
Well-
going to start stealthing.
I will stealth as best
Well,
as I can.
We're all gonna move forward. Then I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace on us, Craig,
So, look, and I believe that's a +10 to stealth for everyone. Is that correct?
for everyone.
Yes.
Is that a
Also-
replacement or an addition?
Addition.
Addition.
But the thing is too, guys, is he may have told us we can't bargain with these druids, but we don't know anything yet, so don't go in swinging necessarily right away. Is probably
He also mentioned that they work for Strahd, but Godfrey mentioned something I was thinking too. Why would druids work with Strahd?
Well, we don't know much about this world. Maybe, I don't know, the only animal here is ravens and wolves, and they really like them, and Strahd is like king of them, so we don't know. We can't really
King of the
ascribe
Well, that's what I'm saying,
our
we should try
druidic values to the druids of wherever the hell we are, so...
That's fair.
we
But
should
yes,
definitely
I
at
do
least
think
give
it's
him-
odd, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we can go ahead and stealth forward. Everyone.
Yeah.
plus
I
We
10.
all
roll
want to make
stealth.
stealth checks.
That's a 27. It's plus 10 with
Plus
Atlas, right?
10, yeah.
All right, 27 from me.
Oh, 27. Okay. 18.
18, yeah.
24.
24. Okay.
Alias, did you do it disadvantage because you're in heavy armor?
I did not.
Oh.
I got a 31.
Hey, I also got a 31.
I rolled a natural 1.
Oh.
I also got a 31.
Fuck.
Hey, 31 gang, represent.
All right.
Alias is, or
God damn it, Connor.
Rosalind is just like banging pots and pans off herself.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
like.
no, I'm just taking my sword and going. Dun, 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 dun,
Like,
dun, dun, dun. Yeah.
Rosalind, keep.
So as you guys step off, the Rosalind does make a bit of a clank in her heavy armor, and you can hear the old man behind you kind of go, "Bloody hell, they're gonna die!" as you step off. But what I shall do now, guys, is you're
I feel like that old guy is just DM Craig who's just tired of our shit.
What I'm going to do now is move us on to a battle map, but we are not immediately entering combat. And you should see the outline. And you guys are approaching on this kind of, you see the northwestern trail? That's where you guys are entering from. And you can see the building, and you can approach and decide what to do, however you'd like from here.
Spooky.
If you would like to move and all that sort of stuff.
Oopie.
Wait, where are
This
we?
is cool.
Oh, here we are.
Yeah, it's just in the
Top
top right. Yeah. Sorry, Connor. I know you have to.
Yeah,
switch
I gotta
to-
like wheel things around for the stream and stuff, so sorry if my controls are a little bit dumb.
Yes.
Alright.
This is cool.
So,
Old school D&D.
yeah.
Man, the maps they make for the official books are so nice. That's so cool.
Well, actually, this one is kind of pieced together by Big Boy Bickle for us.
Oh, fuck Big it's shit. I take it back.
The main outline is from the Curse of Strahd book, but the additional grape rolls and stuff like that are made by Bickle.
Alright.
So cool.
What a
I should
absolute.
hire Bicker.
Anyway,
Hashtag hire Bicker.
No, don't build his confidence. We need him to keep doing stuff for us.
Yeah, I guess so. I accidentally moved.
so just for your guys' references as well, I'm just going to quickly draw for an outline here. Just you see my little yellow circle there? I've just drawn in.
Yep.
That's the loading dock that is open, and you can see there's a wagon in there, and looks to be already open with a door at one end. If you'd want to go in that way, but I'm not
Craig,
sure.
the house is like wood. Like, well, sorry, the building is like wooden, right? Like a big.
Cobblestone, isn't it?
It's stone
Okay,
walls and
alright,
stuff.
alright. Just checking.
So when we
There's no one in the
Fire, you
loading
fuck.
Flammable
you-
things are suddenly relevant, so.
So, I mean, we can just do Locust plan, right? Where we try and sneak up as far as we can, hope
Yeah.
to make it in, and if not, we just sprint.
do we want to go like straight for the door, or do we want to like sneak up to the vineyards?
I think we should sneak up to the vineyards.
Well, no, we sneak up
Oh, shoot.
as far as we can, and then
Rush it.
Also,
then we plan to.
Nerolas, I'm just gonna say there's little twig creatures that are hard to spot. If I had to take a guess at where they are, the vines might be pretty high on the list.
I don't particularly care to check out like the vineyards themselves right now. I'd rather clear out the druids, and then we can come back and search the vineyards for the gem later,
Sure.
if it's even
Who knows,
here.
maybe they're controlling them and they'll all just disappear when the druids are dealt with.
Chances are. Alright.
Well, let's
Alright.
Let's move up, I guess.
Sure.
I guess so.
Do you guys
If I
want to
can,
control
Craig,
yourselves?
like,
Yeah,
this.
just-
Should we move up to like here? Except
Yeah,
I'm
just-
at the back.
Well, we
guys
can move
can-
up our 20, 30 feet at a time,
yeah,
I
you
guess.
can just keep moving. Decide what you want to do.
All right.
keep.
I will be
Yeah,
trepidatiously
Alias-
heading towards the
Ching.
vineyard.
Ching, ching, ching. I'll stay a little bit away from you guys, so I'm not making it noisy.
Craig, every
Okay.
action I take, I would like to add the word trepidatiously as an adjective.
Okay. Once you guys have reached the wall, what I'm going to do is just because everything. I probably didn't even need to use that map. Move us on to the next battle
Oh,
map.
good.
Wait.
Thank
That
you,
was a
Echo.
spicy map, Craig.
Oh,
Yeah,
these
so-
blacked out areas make me feel really comfortable. Thanks, Craig.
Yep.
I assume we're here.
So where are we?
You guys
We're at
are
the
round about there. Yeah, pretty much where where you guys are laying yourselves out. And let me just, as you've gotten closer, reveal a
Sorry,
portion.
Yolos.
I would like to be on this map. No.
So you guys should see the inside of the loading dock there. And what you see there, so parked in the loading dock is a wagon with 3 barrels set in braces on the bed. A raised wooden walkway runs along the west, south, and east walls, and through a hole in the ceiling you can see a wooden arm of a loading crane with ropes and hooks dangling from it. And the door to the south looks to have been forced open and then shut behind.
Good question. Have we seen horses?
Skeletal horse.
in
Skeletal
Barovia?
rider rode
Yeah.
skeletal horse.
You might have seen a few going around the
Strahd's
town of
carriage
Barovia.
had 2 horses as well.
Ah,
Yes,
okay.
there was all that as well.
Like this, there are actual living horses, so this makes sense
Yes.
that there's a horse-drawn
Yes.
Brings
carriage.
the animal count up to 2 or up to 3.
All right.
I will step in.
Step in?
I'll be wandering in.
I'll step
Yes.
in as well.
As well.
Is there a door to
Oh,
this room to my right, Craig? Or to Godfrey's
shit.
left?
And then on top of us. Whoops.
Sorry, to Godfrey's left.
So on the right of the map, I'll stop being obtuse. The room next to us.
The door there is outside and near where Neros is.
Okay. Alright, never mind, I'll leave it for now. I'm wandering inside.
Might be the
Okay.
stable, I think.
I'd like to try to
It's not a bad idea.
get into the cart to see if these barrels are full or empty.
Okay.
Try to lift one up.
Okay. Yeah, sure. You like tap on the kegs, and from each of them you hear the heavy sounds of sloshing wine. They sound to be full of wine, or a liquid at least, probably wine.
Looks like they were just ready to send a shipment out.
And they go
It also means that the druids don't really care about the wine.
Must be that gem that Aramil.
Can I like slink up to this door up here?
You certainly can. Yeah.
You have slinked.
Can I hear anything by these doors?
And make a perception check.
Alrighty.
I was gonna. Can I do the same for this door, Craig? While he's doing that.
Sure.
I got a 22.
I want to see what he's doing outside.
Okay, Nerolos, you occasionally hear the sound of stamping hooves and horses snorting.
Ooh, ponies.
Good
I want to
know.
open the door.
You want to open the door?
Yeah.
Don't.
I want to open the door.
Don't.
She already did it. We're not there.
Okay.
He's done it.
I've opened the door.
Not there, look.
Wait, no. Okay.
Pretty
You opened the door.
ponies.
That was pretty good.
Oh.
So,
Do they have names?
not seemingly
Why
emblazoned.
don't you ask him?
They're both called Steve.
I can't talk to animals.
They're just 2 large horses.
I thought
Are
they were
they,
gonna run out.
are they okay? Are they scared? Or are
They seem fine. There's small amounts of hay and little cages
Okay.
in front of them that they.
I'm going to give them each a love, and then I'll go back to where the other guys are.
Okay, you do that.
Pretty pony.
Rosalind, Mad Lad.
Look, do you want to make? What was your perception?
I
check?
rolled a nat 1.
And now-
Wow.
Yeah, there she is.
So
I
I,
found
probably
ponies,
hear
guys.
jack shit.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
hear.
look, look at what do you hear?
Nothing.
Oh, so it's good to enter.
You're like, Loki, what'd you hear? She's just like, huh?
What?
All right, well, I mean, if you didn't hear anything, we're probably good to open the store.
I'm gonna open the door.
Okay,
Wait, there's 2 doors, isn't there? Which one are you?
No. just the one. Oh wait, no,
Oh,
yeah.
right.
Sorry, there are 2 doors there. Yes, my mistake.
Yeah, there's one to the
There's
left and one
I
to the
will open the
bottom.
one that goes down, the
The-
south one.
The south one. Okay. So as you open that door, it seems to reveal a small stone corridor. Leads up to a sloped stairway, but it doesn't have steps in it. It looks like this might be a place where they roll the barrels up and down.
Oh,
Oh, slide.
I'm gonna
Oh,
go.
built-in slides. That's cool.
I'm gonna look at that.
Is this-
Does it go down?
Yes, it goes both down and upwards.
I'm gonna go. Huh. I'm gonna start wandering down it.
Oh no.
Down.
Godfrey!
He just starts
Follow
tumbling.
him.
I'm in
Yeah.
vision of
Jump.
everyone
I'll-
else. I'm not like running off. I'm 10 feet
Like,
away.
I don't
from-
know, Fred. I don't think we should split up.
I guess I'll kind of go to make sure Godfrey's fine because he disappears from sight, right?
Yeah, it's well, Godfrey steps down. So are you all following, or because it
Yeah.
is like a winding staircase?
Stick together.
Okay,
Yeah, so we gotta stick together. So
Okay.
follow him.
one moment.
Why?
Ooh.
Oh, I was just revealing the cellar.
Yeah. This
Now
is
give me a
fun.
second because I have to chop certain parts of this off.
I'd be annoyed if you just found like the way that we're supposed to go. Like,
This is the way.
There's just a chest that says, "This is the item."
You've completed
the way.
Anti-Strahd 3, and we're fine.
What the fuck? On the screen, I just saw Godfrey just beam down.
Yeah, you guys kind of jump around when you're
Meow.
down here. Sorry, I'm just slowly revealing the map in parts. Just I don't want to.
That's like loading an image in 2001. This is amazing.
Yeah, sorry, I just want to make sure I don't choke too much. Okay, so let me just bring up what you find down in here.
Huh.
So as you descended, you felt this kind of blast of cold air. And as you descend, you can see wooden pillars and beams support the 10-foot-high ceiling of this almost ice-cold cellar, which is split in two by this 5-foot brick wall. A thin mist covers the floor, and each half of the cellar features an 8-foot-tall wooden partition that seems to double as a wine rack. The westernmost wine rack you can see stands empty, but the eastern one is half filled with wine bottles. However, Rosalind, if you want to move yourself back there 1 second.
Oops, sorry.
Godfrey, where you are standing, you hear a babbling voice, and off to your right, you can see something moving behind the wine rack. And through the holes, you glimpse half a dozen humanoid figures. 5 of them are tall, plant-like creatures covered in a mass of sharp barbs and needles. The other is a human male covered in animal furs and pelts, pale white hair framing his face, and his eyes glow with a sickly green color. And you begin to hear the gravelly voice muttering the words of a spell. And I'd like you all to roll initiative.
Ooh.
Stop!
No talking out of this
Don't
one.
worry, we're all crammed in this little fucking area.
I rolled
I
good
just-
initiative once.
I just natural 20'd.
Hey, nice.
Oh my god, me too!
Hey.
What?
Bloody hell.
I
I want to get out of this.
Okay, this is gonna seem
Okay.
ridiculous, but I also natural 20'd on my initiative.
What?
All right, well,
I
fuck me
rolled a
then.
10.
I say this druid is screwed.
You're pretty dead.
Craig is just like, well, I'm just gonna go home.
Okay, I didn't. Okay, I got 16.
Man, our initiatives are
What am I going to do halfway
What?
down the staircase? But, you know.
So you've all rolled initiative. Okay, let's see. Descending. Layson, what would you like to do?
You're stuck behind
Yeah,
everyone.
I'm gonna in the hallway here.
Yes.
I'm just simply for my turn going to just put my hand on Lokai since she's in front of me and go, "What's going on up there? Hopefully this helps." And I'll give her bardic inspiration.
Bardic inspiration. Okay, she's inspired.
And that's it for me.
That's it for
I
you?
just can't move.
Okay, Lokai.
Can I even get by here?
It's pretty tough. It would be difficult terrain to push past both Aramil and Rosalind.
10, 20,
You can make it.
25.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can. You can.
Yeah, you're a barbarian.
I got 40 feet.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna move up here.
Okay.
And I'm going to swing at this twig blight thing, whatever this is.
Well,
I
this one
assume
isn't a twig blight.
Okay, then I'm swinging it, whatever the hell this
Okay.
is.
This
Okay,
is a
sure.
twig unit.
The pointy boy.
Okay.
14.
14. Yeah, that hits.
Okay. 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay, so you
Oh,
just.
I want to rage. Sorry. Pat.
Okay. Sure.
I always forget.
That's fine.
Wait. Ah!
Wait,
And
more.
I'm gonna use my second attack now that I'm level 5.
Hey.
Oh, wait, I have that too.
We're level 5.
Unnatural
Oh, wait,
20.
do I?
A natural 20. Yeah, that also hits.
And this is a 7. 7 damage.
Okay.
Ah!
That'll do it. So as you carve your axe cleanly through twice, you just dissect this foul creature, and you hear the figure behind him go, "Now, my minions! You'll pay for that." But anything else?
Can I move up in the space where the twig is? Or is it like in the way?
Sure. No, it's kind of crumbled apart. Yeah, let me just delete it off the map. There you go.
So I'm gonna move up to him.
Okay,
That's my turn.
that's your turn. Godfrey.
Alright, I'm going to sprint around the other side of them,
Okay.
right next to here.
Okay. Oh, here we go.
And now, can
Goodbye,
I hit
everybody.
a 5-foot line to get all of them
Yep.
like that?
Yeah, I got you guys with that
Alright.
plenty times.
I'm going to start
in
crackling. You certainly did. I'm going to start crackling with gold lightning and go, "Hey,
Oh,
look,
no.
guy, catch!" and fire
no.
a lightning bolt through the entirety. And
Okay, so
I
that-
will evoke my spell sculpting prowess to have Lokai naturally avoid it. But
Okay.
everyone else, it's a DC save.
Okay. So
Dexterity
Dex.
save.
Okay.
That's fun.
So, okay, from left to right, the leftmost one scores a. What's that? Well, that's a 6. 7 total.
Right? That fails.
The one right. of him gets a 3.
That fails.
The druid gets a 16.
That makes it.
Hey. The one above the druid gets a 6.
That fails.
And the one above Lokai gets also a 6.
That also fails.
Okay.
All right.
Rolls.
Let me roll my big boy damage. So this is 8
I just see Godfrey at the end of the hallway, like charging up a spark, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, shit.
Oh, look, I have my hot pink lightning bolt box to actually roll that.
Here we go.
All
The
right.
box of
The
D6s.
dice
I
is
love.
coming out. All right. Do you want me to just roll 1 for all of them to make it easy?
Yeah. Yes.
All right.
We'll be here for a long time.
Okay. That is.
This twig blade takes 20 damage.
Okay, that is 2, 5, 7, 12, 16, 20, 22, 23. So 23 damage to all of the ones who succeeded, and half as much to who failed, and half as much to
Okay.
the druid who succeeded.
Okay, so as you channel this lightning through your fingertips, you blast it out across the cellar floor, and all of the twig blights quiver and shake before bursting apart in shards of needles. You got them all.
Bloody hell.
Jesus.
Yeah, lightning bolt.
Can you teach me to do that?
Maybe
At least he didn't
later.
hit me.
Unlimited power.
Yeah, that was a fucking Palpatine moment right there. Anything else, Godfrey?
Jesus.
No, that is, well, yeah, then hang on, how much did I move? I moved 5, 10, 15, 20. I'll just, duck back out of sight from the druid. Actually, no, I won't. I'll stay where I am.
Just there we are. Okay.
Interrogate him.
Aramil.
Craig, so this wine rack, is it floor to ceiling?
More or less, yeah. It's 8 foot tall, ceiling's 10 foot tall, so it pretty much
Tip it
covers
on
him. Yeah, you wouldn't be able. It would be full cover if you tried to fire a ranged shot.
Okay.
Tip the wine rack on me, please.
It's bullet to the floor.
But you can try anyway.
You can try if you want.
I don't know. Can I get to this druid? I can't really tell. It's close.
I mean, so what? It would be 5. It would be 10 to get there, then 15, 20, 20. Yeah, you could. Yeah, no problem.
Then I'll go ahead and move up next to the druid, stepping over the twig blights as I do, and I
Okay.
will great sword out 2 swings.
Okay.
You
First
have
one,
advantage, sir.
He does.
I
Yeah.
actually have advantage as well because I have triple advantage now.
That means you
23?
get 9 attacks. Holy shit.
23, 23 hits.
Okay, and then the second swing is a 22.
That also hits.
Okay, so the first damage is 2, 8. And is this guy a humanoid?
Yes. Oh, great.
Okay. So finally, all right. The first swing is 14 points of slashing damage,
Okay.
and then the second swing is 15 on the second swing.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, you carved. You can see that he, along his skin, are thick pieces of bark, that seem to provide some level of protection to him. And you carve deeply through them and draw blood, and he cries out and yells and starts to babble in some sort of. Well, do you speak Druidic by any chance, Aramil?
I actually do not.
You do not. You do not understand what he's saying then. Anything
All
else?
No, that'll be my turn.
Okay. The druid. So he looks around and sees the remains of his minion. He says, "If you'll kill them, I'll take all of you with me then." And he claps his hands together, casting Thunderwave. And I will, let me see, would that get Godfrey?
How far?
Yeah, because
away,
a 15-foot cube emanating from him. So I
yeah,
don't
but
think...
it's not centered. It's like a cube.
Yeah, it's in
It's
front.
a cube that emanates. Imagine casting it from your hands, basically.
Yeah.
So he could
Okay.
aim it at those two or me, basically.
Come here. That's right.
No, let's say Rosalind, Aramil, and Lokai, you need to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Yeah, I learned that with Razix, is it's
Oh, yeah.
directional.
I
Natural
got
19.
a 8.
8, that's a failure.
Yeah. I
I
figured.
got a 21.
21 is a success.
24.
24 is a success. Okay, so let me just roll it.
Oh, I'm going to get hit with lightning.
Doesn't do the same as my lightning. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Sorry, okay, so... Okay, Rosalind, you take 15 points of force damage, and Lokai and Aramil, you guys take half of that as he claps hands together. However, as he does, almost every single wine bottle in the wine rack around him shatters and wine spills out across the floor, and shards of glass go flying. Some of them pick off you and scrape you. They don't do any lasting damage. And then, I mean, he's got nowhere to run to, so he's going to just stay where he is. Neuros. Top of the staircase, just hearing the sounds of crashing wine bottles and lightning and shit like that. What would you like?
So, all of the bottles are gone.
Where is the rum gone?
Almost all of them.
But would you say it's no longer full cover?
Yeah, it would probably be 3/4 now. You could fire a shot through, but you need to come out. You're at the top of the staircase right now, so you need to come round and down to be able to see.
Yeah, I've been, looking at our flank. But yeah, I'll go ahead and just go over here. Or here, I guess.
Oh my god, I'm so dumb. I don't have my mage armor up.
Oh yeah, that was one
That
off.
was yesterday I cast it, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'll go ahead and fire off 2 shots at him.
Okay.
Well, the first one definitely didn't hit. That was math is hard. 11.
No, that doesn't hit.
The second one was an 18.
18 hits.
Fantastic. That's one of those 1d8 plus 4. That is, math is so incredibly hard. 9 damage.
9 damage. Yeah, that'll do it. So you just line up a shot just between the gaps in the wine rack and just fire a shot and just catch him right in the eye socket, and he yells out and cries out in pain before he falls dead to the ground.
Nice.
You guys have seemingly cleared this chamber. That's combat.
Oh.
I was hoping we could have asked some questions, but I guess not.
Well,
Didn't seem like the question answering type.
Yeah,
to
he
be
didn't
fair.
really seem like the talking type.
all right, I'm going to go back right here.
Anybody can talk.
Godfrey, you made quick work of those things.
Well, like I said, I can do some stuff.
That was rather
I
impressive.
kind of give him a dirty look because, like, I know, like, he shot the lightning, like, straight at me, and I'm like,
What? It was
We didn't hit you,
safe.
did he?
Yeah, it didn't hit you. Don't be a baby. You'll okay.
Trust me, that's not a mistake you made twice. So,
What's in this area to my south?
So there's a door where Layson is.
Oh, right,
That
okay.
covers a chamber there.
Right. Can I open it?
Sure, yeah, you open the door, and one moment. It seems to reveal a staircase that leads upwards.
Oh, there are so many stairs in this place.
I'd like to see if I can to find a bottle that isn't shattered.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, for
through,
Father Petrovich.
you find, because there's about 40 balls in that wine rack, remaining you find about 5 that are undamaged. 4 purple grape mash, which is just the kind of common wine. But you do find 1 bottle of dragon grape punch, I believe it is. Just the final.
Yeah.
I would just like to be having a look around and just inspecting the whole chamber.
can I loot the druid, see if he's got anything on him?
Okay.
I'm also just looking around.
All right. Godfrey and Rosalind, one of you can make an investigation check at advantage. Lokai, if you want to make an investigation check to search the druid.
I'm investigation god, so let me do that.
You investigation. Alright, I'm a -1. So
I'm
go
plus
for it.
7, so
Okay, you can do it.
yeah, with advantage
I'm not
that is
saying
21.
21.
One on
Okay.
mine.
You got -1 on.
No,
on
no,
searching.
I have an 8. It's just because
Okay,
I have a
an 8.
modifier. -1.
Patting down the druid, you find a few kind of old animal bones and stinking pieces of his clothing that kind of rotted in places. He's also got a quarterstaff and just simple wooden staff. But there's nothing else of monetary value. Godfrey, however, you find you see at the point on the map where the wall. See where I'm ping. Hold on, let me ping.
Like the section of wall that
Take
comes
his
in.
staff,
Yeah.
okay.
You see there? There seems to be a secret door there.
Ooh.
I will
Looks
Open
like
it.
a decent staff.
open it.
You open it.
I do.
Okay.
I whole hog it.
Yeah.
Lots of people.
I
Glad to hear it.
will provide backup hog.
Do we hear them just whole hogging the door?
I mean, you guys see Godfrey pushing open a door. So as it kind of scrapes, it's a kind of heavy stone door. It scrapes across and
Look, I was just like, no.
The toddler in the mall, you just
Okay.
can't like unattended.
so it takes some effort to open the secret door, but as you do, you're greeted by a blast of cold, chill air, and a dark tunnel stretches forth for 15 feet, and ending it what looks to be. Hold on, let me just reveal it all. There
I'll
we go.
step in. Oop.
Whoops.
That one
Hold on, that didn't
ominous.
reveal.
I'm going with you.
There we go. You can
Oh.
see it. So it seems to reveal this cave that stretches back, and it seems to be the source of the cold.
I'll head in. Bear in mind, I can see in the dark. So.
Okay, you can see in the
Yeah,
dark.
I'll be behind you.
Okay,
I'm
Godfrey,
not
as
running
you...
after
Okay. Godfrey, as you step in, you can see. Hold on.
That's your inspiration last, John.
You can see covering the walls further inside the cave and along the roof of the entrance seems to be patches of what looks to be brown mold. And I would say no check for you on this, Godfrey. You've explored enough tombs and caves and things like that. Brown mold is it's not an uncommon fungus or plant to uncover, but it releases forth deadly cold if you touch it. Quite powerfully.
I'll let Rosalind know. Don't touch the mold.
Okay.
You don't want to even brush against it. Be careful.
All right, I will be.
Razixing intensifying.
Let me pick anything up. I've got, mage hand. And
Steve.
Stuff. Oh, Steve, yeah.
All right.
All right.
We'll just
what else
do
do I
whatever
see in
you
there?
do.
Is there anything else?
That's it. It just seems to be a cave covered in mold. There's no glittering gems on the ground or anything like that.
But why is this here? It seems to be what we're
Probably keeps
looking
the cellar
for,
cold.
maybe?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe this is where they store the wine.
Is there anything like magical in here?
Well, I'm
Why would there
wondering
be a
about
secret
what
door?
the Vastani woman said.
What
Wait,
is
I'm
she
going to cast Detect Magic where I'm standing.
Okay.
But this is from me.
So is that it's pretty much just a 30-foot
It's
radius
an aura
around.
around me. I can read it to you if you want.
Yeah, I always forget what detect magic does.
No worries, buddy. Let me open it. Detect magic. For the duration, I sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of myself. If I sense magic in this way, I can see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and I learn its school, if any. The spell penetrates most barriers, blah, 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 but it's blocked by lead or metal.
Okay. No, you don't pick up anything where you are.
Huh. Well,
Said maybe they just keep these cold spores here to keep the room cold.
sure, but don't forget that, the madam told us to look in wood and sand, and I figured that might have been the cellar, but I might have been mistaken.
Maybe. I mean, we can look for it later when we deal with these druids.
Sounds about right. They might have already taken it.
I assume they might know we're here now. I did just hear a giant audible boom before I came down the
Oh
staircase.
yeah, that was me. Sorry about that.
I am watching the stairs.
Okay.
Should we go up the other stairs? We've seen the one side of the house. Little manor.
Sure thing.
Do if I head over here, Craig, do these stairs head downward more?
Upwards. No, upwards.
Okay. Well, at least we're in the basement. We can't go any farther down, it seems.
Yeah, let's go up
Can I
here.
stealthily just peek back up to the upper
Sure,
floor?
yeah, to the floor above you. Yeah, sure. If you want to make a stealth check for me.
Cool. Stealth don't fail me now. Got a freaking +7 in it. Oh, hell yeah. 20 math is so hard. 23.
23. Okay. Slinking back up the slope staircase, you arrive back on the upper floor and take a look around, but doesn't seem to be anyone moving along the corridors. You don't hear anything.
Cool.
Okay, well, we actually have two ways up. We can go up the straight stairs or the spiral stairs. What you fancy?
Let's go up the
Ooh.
spiral stairs on the other end of the hall.
Rock,
They
paper,
look like-
scissors. I don't know.
They look like much more fun. Let's do that.
Okay, the spiral staircase in the bottom left. So you guys ascend that and it kind of rotates round until you find yourselves back on the ground floor. I shall reveal where you are. Bloop. There. And again, it seems like the staircase continues upwards, but you guys are currently on the ground floor, all jumbled in and stuffed together, tripping over to each other as it's quite cramped.
Now, these stairs are actual stairs.
Yes, these are actual stairs with
We
steps.
could
and
assume
everything.
that this is how a normal person would get down to this area.
There's a
Normal.
door in front of us.
Yeah, there's a door within the room that you're
At the
in.
top where
Yeah,
Godfrey
the
is.
landing, yes.
Well,
All right, Godfrey, kick that door in.
kick it. Yeah.
Whole hog.
You really don't want me to do that. Neither
Okay.
do I.
Well, whole hog it less aggressively.
Brave up until now. What happened?
All right.
Are you just going to open the door
Okay,
normally?
I'll open the door normally, but in
Okay.
a hoggish manner.
That's
Not
I
whole
don't-
hog, but a good semi-hog.
Right. I don't know how to describe that, so I'm not going to try.
Excuse
I don't know.
me,
We
DM,
can demonetize
you're ruining my
wires.
immersion.
And then
DM,
you-
so-
Okay, so I'm just revealing what you guys can see in here. And if you look in the top map as well, it's revealed the upper floor of that area as well. But as for what's
Oh.
inside, she'll give me a moment.
It's the boys.
So as you open the door, the rich
Boys.
smell. Oh my god!
I'm through
Jesus Christ! So as you open the door to this chamber, the rich smell of fermenting wine fills this large 2-story room, which is dominated by 4 enormous wooden casks, each one 8 feet wide and 20 feet tall. A wooden staircase in the center of the room climbs to a 10-foot high wooden balcony that clings to the south wall, which has 4 windows set into it at balcony level. Stacked against the wall underneath the balcony are old empty barrels with the Wizard of Wines burned into their sides. The balcony climbs another 5 feet as it continues along the west and east walls, ending at closed doors leading to the winery's upper levels. Underneath these side balconies are several doors. Beneath the sloping roof stretch thick rafters, upon which you can see scores of ravens quietly gathered, and they seem to watch you with great interest.
They always seem to.
Birds.
I like these birds.
Can I tap on the closest keg to see if it's also full?
Sure, you tap on it.
And didn't the guy say there was like not just one druid?
You said
Craig-
there were like 6, didn't you?
Yeah.
I'd like to kind of like take a step further into the room, like by the staircase.
By the staircase? Okay.
Yeah, like being in. I don't know how far I'd make it into the room before I might see something, but I'm
Okay.
trying to get here, like to the
Okay.
base of the stairs.
Yeah, you get to the base of the stairs, no problem. Layson, just so you know, when you tap against that westernmost keg, certainly some wine inside it.
I want to tap on this one that I'm closest to.
Hold on, let me check those barrels if there's anything in them.
While they're wine tasting, what do I see when I
If you
look
want to
up?
make a perception check for me there, Armo. Those barrels, Rosalind, are empty.
Okay.
Nothing
Well,
inside.
nothing in this one.
21.
21, okay. So as you... Hold on. So, Armo, the balcony creaks off to your west, and drawing your eye to a wild-looking figure hunched over the westernmost cask. They do be pouring a flask of thick syrup into it. She wears a gown made of animal skins and a headdress with goat horns, and her hair is long and unkempt. A necklace of animal teeth hangs from her throat, and suddenly, off to your east, you see something skittering across the floor. Looks like a tiny creature made of twigs. It moves from its hiding place under the stairs and disappears behind the easternmost keg. And I would like us all, once again, to roll initiative.
I was just about to take a drink of that.
Oh, you're about to take a drink of that? Oh my gosh, that would have been great.
God.
Back to rolling poor on initiative.
Yep, same here. Shit.
Bank initiative.
Saved
have-
by advantage.
Turn orders, please.
Whoops.
Oh, not so good this time. All right.
I rolled a 19 this time.
Sorry, guys,
I
one
rolled
second.
A
It's
6.
funny you say that, Lauren, because I rolled something with a 9 in it, but it's not 19.
Well, you can't all
29.
have 20s all the time.
I had 1. I rolled a nat 1 too, so it cancels it out.
Yeah.
Okay. Da-da-da-da.
Right, if you're all nat 1 with advantage, do you take the nat 1 because you rolled the nat 1, or do you just take the higher
No.
one?
Now you
Yeah,
are,
The higher
The
one.
highest roll.
Yes, they don't punish you for bad luck.
Unless you roll 2 nat ones, in which case you can just stop playing the game.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
the
just
whole-
be like, okay, this
Just
is not
retire.
yeah. Sorry, 1 second, guys.
John,
Sorry,
if that was
Jesus.
true, Loren wouldn't be part of this group anymore.
Actually, probably not wrong.
Okay, that's an 18 for me. So, Lokai, you have the first action. What would you like to do? You can see this. Well,
Can I see?
well, you can't see the figure on the top, but you see Armel has definitely noticed something up there.
Is he like looking at me like,
I don't know, Armel. What are you doing?
I say, am I allowed to? Yeah. I would call out, there's somebody up here, and I'd call it to them. You're outnumbered. Stand down.
No.
Well, all right.
That was
you
a-
heard it.
Wait. This is a
That's
lady,
a
right?
very...
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty
this is
good.
a
I'm sorry.
lady.
My name is Bertha, the druid.
No, I will not leave the vinery.
Yeah. All right.
Gotta get out of
It's
here.
not-
Come
I
on.
can get to the top of the stairs, so I'm gonna do that.
We do our whole
Round of
combat as Arnold
terrible
Schwarzenegger.
action.
I'm gonna get to the top of the stairs,
Okay.
and I'm going to rage.
Oh, I see.
Okay,
I
you're going to
didn't-
raise?
I didn't have myself zoomed out far enough. I couldn't see the other people.
It was a staircase.
All right. You know, let's move on from my terrible voice.
And that's all I can do. I
Speak to
can't
the
go
druid more.
Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna take my action and just dash to her.
Okay, you dash to her. Okay. So she not much. So as she raises her hands towards the easternmost flask, Armel, or cask even, where you saw a small figure duck behind, she calls out, "Rise! Rise, minions, and get them!" There we go.
Of course she does.
She got that frog out of her throat.
Yeah.
No.
And you can see, hold on. I had to move these guys from a different layer. More outside of this easternmost cask, more and more of these tiny twig-like creatures begin to leap forth and fall across the ground. And you can see, you can see more and more of them writhing within the barrel, trying to push out. And as for you, Lokai, she is going to swing at you with her quarterstaff.
Please, go ahead.
And that's 14.
Nope.
Okay, so it just bangs off your thick, muscly shoulder. And that ends her turn. Aramil.
Okay. Sorry, I'm still. I think I have enough movement. When I run up to the top of the stairs, is Lokai blocking like my full view of her?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty narrow. If you were wanting to shoot the druid, then it would be definitely half cover.
Not
Okay, yeah.
me.
I assume that melee is completely out of the option, and the best I can do with ranged is half cover. So
Kill the twigs.
no. God freaking like one shot us. We'll be fine.
Well, your
I
faith
want to
is
shoot
inspiring,
I want
right?
to shoot the druid lady.
Okay, go ahead. She is also
Um,
covered in this thick bark-like armor that covers her skin.
Okay, bonus action, hunter's mark, and then I'll shoot her twice.
Okay.
Well, not the greatest. 14.
That misses.
All right, second shot. There we go. 23.
Yes, that will hit.
Okay, she takes. And she is a humanoid, right?
Yes.
Okay. 14 points of piercing damage.
Okay, yeah. So you just fire off a shot just over Lokai's shoulder and it just digs into the collarbone of the druid.
It whizzed by my head.
Yes.
I was gonna say no. I get it under the shoulder. That way.
Oh, right,
No,
okay.
no risky headshots.
All right, okay.
Jeez.
Fair enough. All right, anything else?
No, that'll be my turn.
All right, Rosalind.
I want to hit things. Where I am, can I squeeze through these two barrels here?
Where, sorry? Yes, yeah, that's no
Yeah.
problem.
Okay, so I'm gonna like wangle my way around here. Ooh,
Okay.
I need the other tool. Boop. And then I want to hit the lady too, but you guys are blocking the fun stuff, so I'm gonna go and hit the twigs.
Okay.
Yeah, just swing. Get the twigs. Yeah. Just swing with my sword. Boop. That's a 25 to hit.
Yeah, 25 hits.
I hope so.
Eat a tree.
Yeah, poor twigs. You've been high rolling tonight.
Yeah, these poor twigs. I feel nothing for
I
them.
don't think we should say poor twigs.
That's 10.
This could
Yeah,
easily turn.
that'll do it. So you just swing with your sword and just smash right through its small twig-like form, and it just breaks apart and shatters. I'm just gonna delete him off the map because it's
Cool.
gonna
I can't move again, so I'm gonna chuck my javelin at the one right in front of me.
be... Okay. Which one? Sorry, there's a few. of them.
The one directly in front of me. That guy.
Okay.
That is a 19 to hit,
Yeah, that hits.
and then smack him for 6 piercing damage.
Okay, yeah, that'll get him as well. So you just launch a javelin straight through him, and it just breaks apart his form, and it crumples to the floor.
And then can I see the lady from where I am?
Yeah, you can see her. Yeah.
I will give her a double snail of Hunter's Mark as my bonus action,
Okay.
and end my turn.
Okay.
I don't know if Craig can award 2 snails. That's
Yeah,
a
I
lot of
can't
snails.
award double
Two-
snail.
Give 2 snails.
There
Too
is no
much
way
snail.
to.
Possible.
I will
Fine.
give them. I know the wrench. There we go. All right, Godfrey.
The snail wrench, classic.
Just casually drawing lines. Don't worry about me. All right. How far is it? Oh, it's pretty far.
Don't blow your zappy load, man.
I'm not gonna blow my zappy load, mate. I can zap for hours. Alright.
Bam, demonetized. No.
Alright, I would like to. I'll run past Layson Listen.
Okay.
And then I actually have to like do something to get closer, really. I will Misty Step as a bonus action. So there.
Okay.
I'll fire myself into the midst, and then I'll turn around and cast a Thunder Wave where it'll hit all of them.
Those caskets are gonna
Okay.
go flying.
Okay,
So
I can
what-
do that. That's 15 feet.
Okay. So there is a lot of them, so I'm not going to make dexterity checks for each individual one. I'm just going to do a couple and take the average. Let's see. So, if you want to roll
Constitution
damage,
saving throw, actually.
it's a Constitution saving throw. Sorry, my bad.
DC 15.
Okay, if you want to roll damage,
Okey dokey. Okay, so that is 12 thunder damage.
Okay.
on a hit.
that will get all of them. So, with a clap of your hands, you shatter apart the easternmost keg, and it splinters and cracks and breaks. And as it does so, a multitude of twig-like creatures spill forth, and as they are
Oops.
thrown asunder, they all shatter into hundreds of tiny twigs and splinters that scatter across the floor of the main brewery room.
Just
That
gonna
seems
be
to
like,
have dealt with them.
Jesus.
you know, I was doing a perfectly adequate job of killing them.
I'll just look
Hey,
over at
we-
Rosalind and just silently give a thumbs up, like.
Going on.
Okay. Nerelos.
Yes, well, at the hearing of another large explosion, and frankly, seems like everything's handled. I'm going to ready an action for looking at these stairs. If any,
If any
Aggressive
half-orc
seeming-
barbarians run down the stairs.
well, I have to make sure it's not just
Yeah.
like literally. And if I see someone in a black cloak, obviously I'm not going to shoot them immediately. but
One-shotted.
Yeah.
If I see a druid-looking person,
A druid
or
or some sort of
twig
plant.
things,
Yeah,
yes,
okay.
I will-
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Layson, what would you like to do?
So remind me, is this balcony? There's a dotted line on the map. Is that how like?
Yeah, that the dotted line on the bottom part of the map symbolizes the balcony above it, if that makes sense.
Could I shoot from down to up?
Yeah, it's not like there's just a kind of thin wooden railing along the upper balcony, so you could. It's not doesn't grant any bonuses or cover or anything like that, so you could shoot up at the druid on the back.
Perfect. I will move 10 feet to the right to get a better shot at her, given the vantage on the other top level, and take a shot with my bow. Crossbow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I roll a 21.
21 hits.
Sweet. And I rolled, fuck's sakes, 4 damage.
4. Okay.
Man, I'm
So,
killing it.
Hard damage. Whoop.
The bolt flies out and scrapes across her upper arm and embeds into the wall next to her. So,
And,
anything else?
Nope, that's it for me.
No. Okay. Lokai.
Do I look at this woman whose her trees have been decimated and I go, "Are you sure you want to do this?"
And she just kind of grins back as like blood starts to run down her chin.
Hell yeah.
You best not be mirthing with Bertha's twig.
I like this
All
person.
right, fair enough. She wants it. Let's go.
Big
Okay, I don't know if you
Bertha's
still have
Strahd.
my inspiration, but it did last 10 minutes.
I don't know if it has it been 10 minutes.
Yeah, you would still have it. It's not been 10
Okay.
minutes yet.
In case you did want to use it.
Cool. I may. So my first hit, I'm probably gonna use the inspiration. So like, 18,
18 hits.
and then I'll do my second hit as well, just to. Natural 20.
Okay, yeah, also hits.
Oh, and you're
That's a miss.
half-orc as well. Jeez.
Oh yeah, she is a half orc.
Yeah,
That's
they
that-
crit like.
yeah. This
trains.
is this
Well,
is
it's
disgusting.
unnatural, so it's.
Oh, so
Oh,
it's
it's
a natural.
unnatural. Oh, okay.
Natural, sorry.
I was gonna say you were gonna like leave her as a bloody pulp.
What is it the half
First hit is 8 damage.
You get add 1.
It's an additional damage dice for
Oh,
a
wow,
crit. Anyway,
geez.
what was your damage? Lokai?
8 damage and then 12 damage for the second.
Okay, so with 2 hefty chops, you just slice straight into her, and she cries out and falls dead to the ground, seemingly dealt with.
These
I
Good
can
swing.
rejoice.
these druids are quite aggressive. They must be really after whatever they're looking for.
Yeah, they're really stupid.
Either,
that way.
I don't know. It seems like they're mad. Like they're not thinking right. You know.
This one's eyes were green as well, right? Well, I don't know it, but
no, hers did not glow green. It was just the one in the cellar whose eyes glow green.
Like they seem kind of deranged.
Yeah.
To be fair, everything here is a little weird after decades and eons of living under, a depressing, oppressive ruler who doesn't let you do anything, really.
Well, remember, the guy said that they were under Strahd's control, so maybe Strahd's
Didn't he
brainwashed them or
actually say
something?
that they, worshipped Strahd?
I mean, even if you worship Strahd, I can't imagine your existence is that fun if you spend all your time in the woods with dire wolves and spooky ghosts.
Well, I mean, druids do that anyway. But...
That's true. Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, maybe it's a possibility.
Hey, Craig.
Yes.
Upstairs on this balcony thingy. There's like these other weird little stair things. So they go up into this.
And they lead up into doors.
Oh, okay. Well,
Look, do you
Alright,
want
mine's-
to check the store?
Yeah, I'll take point, I guess. I'll go
I'll
walk
jog
up.
upstairs.
and
I'll go upstairs too.
can I listen to the door, Craig?
Can I help her? Because I'm standing right next to her.
I would say it doesn't really help if someone's standing next to you when you're trying to listen through a door.
Pat you on the back.
It's like, what are they saying?
Shut up! Shut up!
Look, if you want to make a perception.
Look, do you hear anything?
Oh, I actually think I do. Hang on. Sorry, I
talk-
forgot my perception. 24?
24. Okay. Emanating from, I'm going to ping it on the map. From around about here, you hear the sounds of what sounds like somebody digging through shelves and casting things onto the floor.
I look to the others and I go, get ready, there's more in here.
Let's
Oh,
go.
Should we take both doors?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Twin it. I like it. I'll go this way.
Hey, yeah, we'll whole hog at the same time.
I'll go this way.
Hopefully they lead in the same
elusive
spot.
double hog.
Because if it doesn't lead to the spot where you think it's gonna lead,
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
That's fine. Then we'll just run back.
for
And
some
it's
reason I have a
fine.
vague memory of something that we've done
Okay,
before.
hog
And
the
we're-
store. Hog the store.
Alright,
Before they hear us.
in 3.
I'll go
Two.
up on the roof.
Layson,
Yeah,
are you
okay.
wanting to open that rightmost door at the same
Yeah,
time?
I'm gonna try to synchronize it with.
Okay, so you kind of look back
So we
and
go, like,
do like a
FBI,
silent-
FBI, open
hand
up.
signals.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do the leftmost side first.
God, they don't go to the same place. They don't go to the same place.
Sorry, just a moment.
No.
Okay, so look, you open that, and it seems to reveal a stone corridor, or not stone corridor, a wooden corridor that extends off to both your right and your left. The left leads to a winding down wooden staircase, and to your right there seems to be another passageway further along the corridor, and a door that seems to be the source of where you hear that clattering and banging.
I'm gonna wait till Layson.
How did all our front line end up on the left? I thought Ralston was going right.
Yeah,
this
me
was a
too.
miscommunication.
It's
fine.
We'll be
It's fine.
fine. I mean, I'll be fine.
Sorry, one
Godfrey
sec.
will be fine.
Layson
but-
also opened the door, I believe.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm just
Okay.
revealing that. And Layson, you see another room
A trebuchet.
Ooh.
Oh my.
with
Oh wow, it's not the same room.
crane. That's the crane.
Look, we
That's
don't
a
know that.
trebuchet.
It's not a trebuchet. So within
That's
there, this room
The
is
hand.
has a wooden floor with a 10-foot square hole cut into the middle of it, and looming over the hole is a wooden winch. Alongside the winch is a man with wild hair covered by a deer skull with large curved antlers twisting around it. He wears threadbare trousers of stitched animal fur, and his upper torso is bare of clothing, but covered in markings and splashes of bright red blood. He waves a gnarled staff made from a black branch and babbles at you, giving you glimpses of rotted teeth in his mouth. What would you like to do, Layson? You get an action here. What would you like to do?
Yep.
Close the door. Close the door.
Oh, sorry, wrong room.
I guess I just yell at
Get back to work, you lot.
All back like that. What are you here for? That's all I really say.
And that's all you say. Okay, at that, he just kind of babbles more towards you in some language you don't understand, and he begins to leap the balcony over the winch. Okay, he does an okay job of it. So he drops out of sight
Down.
and
Oh,
drops
he
down.
jumps down.
Yeah,
Okay.
he leaps down, and you lose sight of him.
Oh.
Left hand team, what would you guys like to do?
Can't
Is
believe
Is
it.
everything okay over there?
Push in. Let's go.
I'm gonna go forward.
Okay.
Reach and enter. No warrant.
Get on the ground.
Can I see to my right, Craig?
To your right, you see the wooden corridor extending along with 3 doors leading off, and a winding staircase that seems to lead downwards at the far end.
Can I kind of figure out where that noise I heard from is coming from?
Yeah, it's it seems to be coming from the room above you.
Reach it.
I look at Aramel and I go, and I just like boosh the door.
You walk the door, whoosh the door.
Whoosh.
Okay.
Boosh the door.
Okay. So, guys on the right, I'll come back to you in just a second because I know you'll want to be doing things.
Whole hog in this door.
Let me just reveal this chamber.
Aha! Got you red-handed.
So in this chamber are a desk, a chair, and a tall wooden cabinet, and a strange
Sorry.
contraption of metal and machinery that takes up most of the northern end of the room.
It's a trebuchet.
It's not a trebuchet. 3
It
creatures
looks like
are
It's a
here.
ballista.
One appears human, but is so caked with dirt and mud that it's hard to know for sure. Her head is covered by a massive wolf skull, its jaws surrounding her face, and she is rooting through the contents of cabinets and haphazardly tossing them onto the floor. And behind her stand 2 creatures covered in layers of twisted ivy and the roots of plants and vines. And as you open the door, she turns and snarls out towards you. And I would like the 3 on the left to roll initiative.
I
Oh, boy.
scout back at her.
I rolled a 19. Wee.
And guys on the right, what would you like to do, seeing as you've seen that figure disappear?
I yell out to Godfrey and Nirlos.
Well, it's just Layson saw him jump, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, I assume you told us that.
Yeah. I'm
Our
saying
initiative is in total wrong order.
Yeah.
Somebody jumped.
Yeah.
somebody jumped-
I'll
I
just
think
be
a
like,
druid jumped a hole.
duck.
Sorry, I'm kind of in the way, boys.
Well,
Okay.
did he jump down?
He jumped down. This is where the crane is from where we just were with the. I think.
The one time
Oh,
where I roll
okay.
shit initiative.
Well, I have an idea of what I want to do.
Well,
Okay.
what would you like to do, Neralos?
Well, I'm saying that out of character.
Okay. All right.
Hey, Godfrey, I have an idea of what I would like to do.
I just stare at him blankly.
I'd like to, just as a thing, look down to see if he's still there.
You can't see him. He seems, but you can hear the sounds of thudding footsteps below you, heading to the south.
So what I was planning on doing was using that's why I was like not sure if I'm able. I wanted to use a dash action and then jump over this with an acrobatics check.
I mean, you can certainly try that.
Oh, Lord.
Are you jumping over?
He's like
I'm
jumping.
jumping down the hole.
I
Oh.
totally second this decision, Justin. Do it.
If you want to make an acrobatics check for
Oh my
me,
God.
Nirls.
Yeah. Come on, +7. Don't fail me
Get
now.
that one and break his back.
I got a 15.
15.
Yes,
Okay. It's a fair leap, and you land and on the unsteady cart, and you kind of shake and almost trip over the barrels. But you can see the figure fleeing off out the door to the south, and we'll give him initiative. And what we'll do is I'm just going to add everyone to initiative order now, just because things are getting a little bit confusing and people
Oh,
are
yeah.
out of combat, that sort of thing. So
Hell yeah.
everyone
We're having like an action montage where it has to flash back to different people.
yes.
Except with me and Neralos, it's just us staring at each other like.
Everybody
Okay.
needs a montage.
So let me just roll initiative for the other druid. Okay, that's not bad.
I rolled a natural.
It's just
one.
Layson and Godfrey comparing notes over some drinks.
Yeah.
It's us
I
having a
got this,
long
it's
rest.
Okay. Descending. Okay. And Nirlos' first action, what would you like to do?
I'd like to fire off some shots.
You go ahead.
Gotta go pop pop. One of those is a non-natural 22.
Okay.
The other one is a 14.
All right. The 22 hits. The other one just pings off his barky armor and goes wide.
So this is so I'm going to use one of my magical shots for grasping arrow.
Okay.
So this is an extra 2d6. Garbage. 5 9 total damage.
9 total
And he
damage.
has to- let's see, which is these? He needs to do an athletics check.
An athletics check, is it? All right, okay.
Wait, I'm dumb. Let me just make sure.
Whatever it is, he's failed it because he got a natural 3, and with all his bonuses,
Okay, cool.
It's your DC. So whatever it is, it happens.
Okay. So yeah, whenever he tries to take some movements, he takes slashing damage.
Okay.
And that'll be it for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rosalind.
Can I tell them to duck in front of me, and will they duck? Because I guess they're in my way.
You can certainly yell that, but it is a very tight, cramped corridor. I would say it would be very, very difficult to push past them.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try to push past them. I just want to like duck so I can throw a javelin at them. So duck. I'm gonna chuck a javelin over you.
The shot would be very difficult if you wanted to try and throw it at the one viney creature.
So we disadvantage, yeah.
No, not disadvantage. The AC for that creature will just be higher.
Oh, okay. All right, well, let's see what we can do. Oh, natural 20. Sweet.
Okay, yeah, that hits.
Nice shot.
Look
Just
at
roll
you.
what you want.
Sweet. And then I rolled 9 damage. Yeah, 9 piercing damage. Yeah.
Okay.
Could I like over penetrate and kill the other one as well? That'd be
No.
great.
No. So you launch the javelin, and it just goes whistling past the ears of your comrades and just embeds into the shoulder of this creature. And you see these kind of vines and ivy splinter off from it as it kind of screeches.
Sweet. I'm gonna do it again. Second
Okay, go ahead.
attack. Whee! That is a unnatural 20.
Okay. Yeah, that'll also hit.
And then that's sweet. Max damage 10 for the javelin.
Okie doke.
Whoosh, whoosh.
Sorry, just 1 second.
You throwing a whip or a javelin?
Yeah, what was that? So yeah, you
Crack
just
that javelin.
you crack the Java, and it's a solid Java hit as it
Nice.
slams into the creature.
That's an old Connor and Craig joke right there.
Yeah,
Just,
yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
no one else will get that. So
Oh yeah, just me and
Fuck on
Craig
it.
joke.
Yeah.
That was just for us.
Joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You guys
this
don't get
this,
to
guy,
enjoy
this
it.
thing's not dead yet, right?
no, it's not dead.
All right, then snail of Hunter's Mark. I guess I should have done that first, but I thought
Okay.
it would die like the cute little twig things.
Okay. Well, yours is the wrench, just to differentiate between
Alright.
those and animals.
The
Just to make life
spanner
easier
of
for them.
Hunter's banner.
Aramil, we'll go to you.
So, did she just destroy both of the twig things I could see?
No, she hit the front one twice with a javelin, but it's still standing.
Oh, okay.
Tough
Well,
twigs.
yeah, tough twigs. Okay. I assume Lokai is still ducking, so I'll say on your left, and then I'll shoot a shot at the one I can see. I would
Sure.
also like to use Hail of Thorns when I shoot this.
Okay.
So it's all of the creatures within 5 feet, so everything in the room needs to make a dexterity save.
Okay. 1 moment.
Just
My
imagine
DC
So it's
Lokai
two-
doing like the Matrix.
It's 12, so
Okay. Okay, so hold on. Bringing up theirs. Okay, so the one that's being hit by the javelin gets a 15. The one behind him gets a 10, and the druid gets a nat 1. So fuck me. I
okay,
guess.
so yeah. the druid and the one in the back both fail.
Okay.
The one, so the guy in the front takes. Wait, hang on. My math is actually terrible all of a sudden. Okay, so he takes. Oh God, I've
NA
never-
math.
Mm-hmm.
12 points of piercing damage to the one in the front,
Okay.
and then the druid and sorry,
Good
11.
lord.
Yeah, it was rough. 11 points of piercing damage to the one in the front, and then the druid and the one in the back each take 8 points of piercing damage from the hail.
All right, we got there. Okay,
Yeah.
so you fire off an arrow that just shatters in the center. It splits apart the front form or front figure as vines and ivy coat the wall, and the ones behind it are hit by the splinters of the arrow.
And that's my turn because I can't move anywhere. I'm kind of sandwiched. So
Okay. So the one that you have hit, Nerlos, what would he like to do? 2 seconds.
His speed is reduced by 10.
Yeah, okay. Okay, as you've kind of covered in him, he's not going to move, and he's going to channel this ball of fire into his hand, and he just launches it at you. And that's a...
Fireball you?
no, it's not a fireball. It's not big enough to be a fireball, but it's a 19 to hit.
Ah, it hits.
Okay. And from that, you take... well, that's not bad. 6 points of fire damage as it just hits you in the shoulder and singes a part of your flesh.
That's not bad. Laughs in Godfrey.
Then upstairs. So, the druid, let's see. Okay, she is going to step forth and cast Thunderwave. So I would like Lokai, Aramil, and Rosalind to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Ooh, that's an
Almost like it's a really good druid spell, so all of them took it.
Oh, sorry, Constitution saving throw. My bad. I always think Thunderwave's a dex save, but it's a con save.
Yeah, it's weird that it's a con save.
Yeah.
Roll
Well,
banana.
it's like sound, so you're like...
Yeah, I guess you're like my brain.
Ha! My
I-
mental fortitude laughs at
I
your
have
sound.
a 12.
11
12.
from me.
Okay. Those are both failures. Aramil,
18.
18. That's a success. So,
Should have used your inspiration.
I used it earlier.
Ah, yes.
She used it on creepy druid number 2.
Don't forget,
Okay.
Thunderwave sends you like flying 10 feet as well.
yes.
Oh, wait. Oh my god, Lokai's gonna destroy me. Like, I succeed and it just doesn't matter. Just gonna get
Yeah.
whammed.
Okay, so that's 16 points of force damage for the two who failed. So Rosalind and
Ow.
Lokai, and you are both shoved back 10 feet.
Sorry.
So
Sorry,
Rosalind, you go flying back 10 feet along the corridor. Lokai, you smash into Aramil and bloodies nose a bit. And Aramil, you take 2 points of bludgeoning damages. Lokai's elbow clocks you right in the face.
Yeah.
So Rosalind,
So
you're knocked back.
we all... Okay.
So
Bloody hell.
Lokai, well, actually, Lokai, you get stopped by Aramil, but Aramil, you're sent flying back, and you are knocked prone.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Now the
Oh, yeah, ow. Thanks. Thanks.
Thanks, man.
but it's not over yet. The creature behind the
Sorry.
druid,
Oh.
barges past, and it slams its vine-covered hands into the ground, and you see plants begin to root through the ground and then burst up underneath the ground, and that would be...
We're on the second level. How the hell?
He is quite powerful.
Those are some rooty roots.
Okay, it would just be Lokai. Lokai, I need you to make a...
It's like the Three Stooges here on the left.
Strength saving throw for me.
I have
Oh,
a
I'm
20,
so dumb.
20,
I have
23.
23, you succeed. So as the roots try and tangle around you, you just shake them off. However, off to the right, you hear doors slam open as three figures step forth from the rooms that they were in,
Ruh-roh.
and they'll move
Ah,
around there.
shit.
And Lokai, the closest one to you, is going to try and swing at you with its hands. They're covered in these kind of sharp spines and barbs, and it's a 22 to hit.
Are you raging yet?
No,
Oh, you're fucked.
I haven't
Okay.
gone yet.
And you
Fine.
take 8 points of piercing damage as these spines and barbs just gouge into your flesh.
Oh.
Okay, that ends their turn. Godfrey. So you've heard this kind of cacophony
What
from
the fuck is
and
going
then-
on?
Help me! Help!
You can
Craig,
see
I'm gonna ask a very
Lokai-
simple question. Which direction, left or right, do I hear more screaming coming from?
definitely the left hand side.
Alright, I'm gonna run to the left. I am really out of whack, though. I'm motherfucking nowhere right now.
Godfrey's like,
I can't go very
I
far.
don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I actually really can't do much.
No.
Oh my god. the 25 feet of movement too actually matters.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter too much. I mean, I can't do
You can use
anything
your
regardless.
dash, can't you?
Well, I think if you had the normal 30, you could action dash and at least get line of sight for next round.
Yeah, I don't really want to be in melee though.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm gonna action dash just like further.
Okay. So
That's
Godfrey
the end of
gets
my turn, I'm
get a
afraid.
bit of puff through him. He just marches along the upper balcony. And Lokai, what would you like to do?
I would like to rage
Okay. You rage.
and dog.
The dogs do not like the rage.
I love how
No.
concerned the dogs get in combat. It's adorable.
So yeah, I'm just gonna take a swing at this dude in front of me. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna swing at it because it's trying to grapple me and shit.
Okay.
My first one is a natural one.
That's a
Uh-oh.
miss.
Lauren, this is no time for your rolls.
I know. And my second one is a 25.
A 25.
That's
That
much
hits. That hits.
And we are going to hit for 11 damage.
Woo!
11 damage.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so yeah, you just swing and just carve straight through the creature, and you split some of the vines and ivy that kind of cover its form, but still standing.
All right. And yeah, that's my turn because I can't really do much else.
Okay. Layson, so you've seen the druid kind of leap down the open hole in the floor, and then Nirlos dash past you and pretty much backflip over the railing. So what would you like to do?
To not try to not be shown up, I am also going to try to jump down.
Okay, if you want to make an acrobatics check for me to leap the barrier.
Excellent
Layson
incoming.
didn't need it.
Layson, do you want to do this with
Layson's
somewhat of a flourish?
I'm going to try. Can I do it as a performance?
Okay, you can. I'll let you do this as a performance check. So
Yes.
in your background in the
What?
performing arts.
I
The most
practiced this once.
generous DM of all
Yeah.
time.
I just want to see what
Greg, I love
happens.
you.
Wait, can I make all of my attack rolls as history checks, please?
I rolled a 15.
A 15. Okay, so you try and do a backflip and a 180 twirl within it, but you don't quite land it properly, and you do that thing that you see gymnasts do when they land and they stumble just a little bit, and it just cuts them short of the perfect 10. The judge would do. But you land safely down.
That's at least good. I am going to.
Buff me, Daddy. Wait.
What?
What? Oh god.
Buff me,
I did
Daddy.
not hear that right.
Oh, you sure did.
I am going to. I'm going to cast Hideous Laughter.
Hideous laughter. Okay.
The hell is
Is that a saving throw for me?
It is. It's a Wisdom saving throw, or your character falls down and finds absolutely everything funny and can't take an action.
That's so funny.
Tasha's
Oh my
hideous
God.
laughter.
Well, what if been even better is if when you landed on the cart, you'd like seesaw Justin's character back up to the second floor.
It's a 17 for the druid.
It's a save, so nothing
It's a
happens.
save. Okay,
Wisdom
nothing
is good for druids.
Yeah.
I know.
Prone.
I do love the Tasha's hideous laughter, though. What a spell. Anyway,
It's such a good spell.
Anyway.
Unfortunately, that's it for me.
that's it. Okay, Nirlos.
Pop, pop.
Okay. Oh, oh.
Pew.
One of them was a natural one. The
Okay.
other one was a 24.
24 hits.
That's like what I did.
What the hell?
That was just this one. Gold minimum damage. That's math is incredibly hard.
No, it's not.
You all seem to have a problem with basic addition. I
My
must say.
brain is broken.
I don't know
right
how
now.
you like. Geez,
It's,
man,
it's
quick
5
maths.
damage.
5 damage. Okay.
How could you
um,
not math 5 damage?
I
Okay.
was staring at the one
have
and I know
5
it's plus
fingers.
4, and I was just like, what? I have no idea. I have
Maybe you
no
find it
idea.
easier rather than doing 1 + 4, 4 + 1. Maybe that.
Ooh.
Anyway.
I'm also going to move like there.
Okay, so yeah, you fire off a shot, then leap down from the cart, and it just embeds into the druid. He seems to have taken some damage from that, and he is kind of struggling against these grasping thorns covering his legs. You've moved. Anything else?
No, he is allowed to try and do an athletics check again on
Okay.
his turn.
Don't think he's going to though, but we'll
Yeah, I
see.
didn't think so either.
Rosalind, at the back of the group,
Hmm.
far from enemy.
This is not easy.
How many
Because
javelins
we're-
you got?
Good question. I have. How many do
You
I
have a bag of infinite javelins. We can just sit here and just hold the line.
No, I don't actually know how many javelins I have. How many do I typically have?
Well, you've thrown 4 so far.
No, 2 only.
Didn't you throw? You've thrown 2 at the vine blight, and then you threw 2 at the twig blights in the brewing
Downstairs.
chamber.
Did I?
Yes.
Oh.
Or no,
Well,
you threw 1 downstairs. So
But she forgot to mention she picked them up.
Oh.
I picked him. I don't know. I don't know how many I have.
All right.
so
Wait. Okay. Yes.
you tell me how many I have, and if I
you
don't,
have 2 javelins left.
I have 2 javelins left. All right. So I can't actually see these other 3 that are just lining up on the right.
You've seen Lokai has been hit by something just off to the side of the corridor, but you can't see what it was.
Shit. Right. Okay. I think what I'm going to do
Make a
then.
better door than a window. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on this one,
Okay.
and then I'm going to hoik a javelin at it.
Okay.
At least Aramel's on the floor, so you don't need to worry.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about him. It's just you. Duck! Wee! Oh, that's not great. That's a 9. That will
9.
not-
That doesn't hit. So as you try and throw, you're too concerned about hitting Lokai, and the shot just goes above both Lokai and the viney creature, the vine
I'll
blight.
try another one at the same dude.
Okay.
Don't roll like shit. Yeah, it's better. 25.
25. That hits.
Yay. Cool. So my Hunter's Mark is on it. So I'm rolling my 1d6. Yes, max damage for 10. And then I get my.
Okay, don't worry about rolling it. You've got it.
Okay.
So you
It's
throw your javelin, and it just flies through the air and hits the form, and it splits apart and
Cool.
tumbles to the ground in a collection
Now-
of vines and roots.
When something dies with Hunter's Mark, can I change it straight away or?
No, it's a bonus action to move it from one target to another.
Okay. Then that'll end my turn.
Aramil.
I will go ahead and shoot.
You gotta get up first.
Yeah, you gotta get up.
Yeah, I stand up.
I'll kick you. Get up.
Okay. All right. And then I will cast Ensnaring Strike, and I will try and hit the druid in the back
Okay.
for a 19.
19. Yeah, that hits. Yes, it does.
It sounded so short.
Okay. Well, that's a 1. All right. 1, and then so it's a strength saving throw on your end for this.
Okay. All right, so I get a 9.
That fails. So the target is restrained, and they can make another check at the end of their turn. At the top of their turn, they do take 1d6 damage.
Okay.
And then the actual damage for the shot is 5.
5. Okay.
And then the second shot is a... Nope, probably not. That's a 12.
A 12. That doesn't hit, I'm afraid, as it just pings off the barky armor that covers her. Okay.
I guess I will go ahead and just use a few more feet of my movement to move up behind Lokai and just ready.
Really want to try that again?
All right. Okay. My guy downstairs.
I'm persistent.
Pretty sure I've done more damage to you than the actual enemy.
We only did 2. We're fine. You can knock me down like 20 more times. We're good. Don't knock me down again, Lorna.
Yeah, okay. Able to Layson and Nerlos to make a Constitution saving throw, as this druid is also going to cast Thunderwave as he...
Stop casting that spell.
I'm proficient in con saves. So.
I rolled a
I got a
9.
Okay, Justin, that's a save for you. Layson, that's a failure. And let's see how much damage. Okay, so that's 17 damage to Layson, and you are pushed back 10 feet and sent flying off the top of the cart and crash into the ground. And Justin, you take 8 points of force damage. Then the druid is going to stay where he is. He continues to babble and yell, almost screaming at points. He's quite upset. And then the druid upstairs first going to channel a bolt of fire in her hand and launch it at you, Lokai. And that's 24.
Ooh.
Sorry, 23.
So.
Big yikes.
You guess so. All right, okay. And that's 3 points of fire damage.
Yeah.
Just scuffs off your skin and singes a small piece of it. And then I'm just going to delete this guy. The forms.
Get out of the way.
This guy gets further along, and he's going to swing at you with his hands covered in all these sharp barbs, and that's a 21.
Yeah.
Okay. And from that, you take 8 points of piercing damage.
Yep.
and the one further along steps forward and swings at you, and that's another 21.
Holy shit.
I guess so.
You guess
Meat
so.
shield.
Okay, that
This
one's
time-
5 points of piercing damage as it pierces into you. And this one, let's move a little bit further along. And that ends their turn. Godfrey, what would you like to do? I feel so sorry for you.
It's all right. I'm going to. I'm just gonna run up the stairs and. Can I like? I'm small, right? So I can squeeze past Loci and Aramil. Let's go here. Like, run around the corner.
that's fine. Yeah, I mean,
Alright.
generally.
I'm small. I'm small size anyway, so I can do it.
Hi, welcome to the queue.
Oh, hey, guys.
Yeah, apparently so. How Yeetus Deletus do I want to go? How's the druid looking?
She's looking wounded, but not close to death. But she is bleeding profusely from a few wounds.
She's restrained
Bleeding
by my
profusely,
vines.
Mm-hmm.
Just go
Get
for
her.
it.
I will. Hmm. Yeah, I'll fire a fire bolt off at the druid, I think.
Okay.
Alright, that is a let me check my spell mod because it's gone up because of proficiency. That is a
You
7.
have advantage on this too because she's restrained.
Okay, that's a 17, and the next one is a 1, so don't worry. That's a
Okay.
17 to hit.
The 17 doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
Does not hit. Yeah.
No.
Alright, that's the end of my turn then.
Okay. Loci.
I'm gonna take a swing at the twig thing in front of
Okay.
me. That's not good. 8.
8 doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
Oh, swing number 2. Let's go. 12.
12 hits.
Oh, okay. Look at that.
That old twig armor.
Roll the damage. 7 damage.
Okay. So yeah, you just carve a deep chop into the creature, and you see this kind of green sap begin to dribble out. And
That's all I do.
anything else?
Hold the door.
Hold the door. Okay, Layson.
I am first going to dust myself off after being thrown away, and then run up behind Niralos.
Okay.
Ask Niralos to duck, and I'm going to take a shot as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Does not look like it hit. It rolled a 13.
13 doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
All right. And in that case, I'm going to pat Niralos on the back and say, please do better than me. I'm going to give him Bardic Inspiration.
Okay.
And that is a D6.
D8.
And
Oh,
is
it's a
that an
D8?
attack
Now that
roll?
I'm level 5,
I was using a D6. Oops.
And is that added to attack rolls?
it's added to one
Whatever
single
you
attack
want.
roll. Yes.
Yeah.
Or saving throw or something. Ability checks. That's the one I'm thinking of.
There you go. You got there.
And that's it for me.
Okay. Niralos.
So this one I'm going to actually do in order instead of rolling them twice, because on the first one, I'm going to take a sweet -5 to it. And got to sharpshoot him right in the ugly face.
Okay.
Stop, criminal scum! God dang it, I rolled it off.
Yeet it off the table, eh?
The classic.
Got a math here.
The lock-in problem.
Well, I'm trying to decide if it's even worth it, because I rolled a 2. I get +9, so it's 11, but it's -5.
Wait,
so
-5.
it's 6.
Okay.
Right. But I would have to roll really well in an 8. I'm pretty sure not gonna do that.
Yeah, don't.
I'm just gonna roll my second shots.
Okie doke.
I'm gonna do this normally. That is a 13. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay.
Can John and Niralos beat this one druid guy?
It's a 15.
This guy isn't even wearing
Oh my
a shirt.
god.
15 doesn't hit.
Cool. I'm gonna go
Oh
ahead and
boy.
action search.
Okay.
Oh,
Get
I
it.
do not want to be so embarrassed,
God.
so I'm going to shoot him again.
I'm never inspiring you again.
One of them is a 19. The other is 26.
Okay. Yeah, hits.
he just needed embarrassment in order to motivate him.
Yeah.
The best
could've-
inspiration of all.
Yeah.
Mockery.
Math is 9. 17.
17 damage, is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Bloody
So
hell.
yeah, you fire off a shot and just get him right between the eyes, and he just falls flat on the ground. He is dead. And as he does so, the wispy staff that he's holding kind of rolls away from him and clanks against the wall.
Pick it up.
But does that end your turn?
I'll pick up the staff, I guess.
Well, I think to pick it up, it would probably... It had to wait till your next turn, I'm afraid.
That's fine.
Rosalind.
Me. Right. I don't know how much I can do from here. I don't have any thingies, so I'm going to bless all my my friends
Okay.
in front of me. So you are all blessed now.
Okay.
Merry
Can you
Christmas.
how many can you bless? 3 of us?
3, yeah. So it's you 3 that are in front of me. And whenever anything makes an attack against you,
I think one.
When we make an attack.
Oh, yeah. So when you make an attack.
And that's
You're
it.
thinking of Bane.
Oh, right. Sorry. Yes.
It's very similar, but
Okay.
Just the other way around.
But
Is that your turn?
Yeah. I'll put Hunter's Mark on the lady,
Okay.
but I can't do anything else where I am.
Alright.
So that's it.
Aramil,
I will try and shoot the lady.
you will try and shoot the lady.
She deserves it, Craig. Don't give me that tone.
And I
That's a 21.
21 hits.
Okay, and then the second shot is a 22.
Yeah, both hit.
Oh wait, no, it's the wrong dice. Sorry. So 17 points of damage from the.
That does
shot.
it. That does
Okay.
it. So you fire off a shot, and it just gets her right in the throat, and blood kind of gurgles forth from her mouth, and she kind of chokes back. And as the life falls from her eyes, and she drops dead, the 3 biny barbed creatures in front of you just crumble into twigs in front of you. And that seems to end their turn. And
Nice.
okay, so that's where we'll go ahead and end it for today. I know the session's gone on a bit longer than we normally like to. So we'll just go ahead and end there and see what happens next week within the vineyard.
Fighting too many druids.
We got to kill things. Woo!
Yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed that tonight. I thought that was pretty good. And yeah, that was the last session with dear old Alias, who will be moving on. So, Alias, do you have any final words you wish to share? Any final thoughts? Or
Yeah, I'll be nice and sincere. I won't even call you guys assholes, even though you are. But you're my favorite.
Like you're being sincere though.
No, I am being sincere, but yeah, I've had a great time playing D&D. You guys know this is my first time playing. Obviously, Guildgates and Goblins as a Ceres. So I just want to thank you guys for being so fun and for teaching me how to play and not suck, I suppose. I didn't have a creature die or a character die till the very last episode in the first one, so that's cool. And Rosalind lives on in perpetuity, so yeah. Thank you guys so much. Craig, you're a great DM, and I hope you do this for many, many, many years. And we'll hire you and give you lots of money to do this forever. So yeah.
well, thank you,
And
thank you,
thank you, Connor, for inviting me. I've had a great time. So, and thank you guys for watching. Keep watching because these guys are great and they deserve all your love. So,
Well, there we go.
That's
Wasn't
me.
that just lovely? Well, thanks very much for playing with us. It has been
yeah.
so much fun to play with.
Oh, wait, I promised it. Hang on.
Oh, there's the dab to close us out. There it is. Yeah.
Wow.
Whoa, Justin, no, you started that.
Oh my god.
Nice to have a chain reaction.
We can't have
Alright,
two
the
characters.
show's cancelled. See you all next week when we're going to be just listening to Despacito for 3 hours.
Oh no, God.
Yeah, that's it for tonight's episode, everyone. So hope you enjoyed watching it. Don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube, all that good stuff. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.